Oh boy, guys. Well, I think we actually have a very quick. We got a very quick listener here, guys. We got a guy. Can you see my screen over here, my friend?
Oh, I can't. Do you want me to go to it now?
You're gonna have to. Phil, I am quickly emailed in. He must not be able to get in on the phones, but he has quick access to the email, and he was able to send quickly some evidence and proof. Now that actually might actually knock him down a few pegs.
Why? I mean, why is that?
Because usually stoners we're a little slow, a little behind on everything. This guy was quick, so maybe he's actually going to be a great cannaspondent. He's a stoner and he's on his shit.
He cares that much about being cannaspondent that he said, "I need to fulfill my duties," and he knew what he needed to do.
I kind of agree with what you're stating, though. The fact that he may not actually be the smoker we think he is. That may be somebody else's jar. He was very active.
We can't do that because we didn't say you don't have to prove that you're smoking it yourself. I wouldn't want anybody to incriminate themselves. Who am I to do that? But no, I think Phil, I am after that.
Fine. And photo. Let me see that photo again.
I think that counts.
Let me see that photo again.
Okay, there it is. I can zoom in. I mean, it looks like some decent nugs too. Got some color in there and stuff like that. So,
that's a Firelands jar.
Okay. Oh, that's
like
that's
that
one
jar.
of the Is that Firelands? How are you able to tell?
Oh, those jars are totally recognized.
Very specific.
Very
specific. You can tell he's got either a cat or a dog or something too. Some hairs there. So,
see dog hairs.
I'm going to go ahead and make a ruling. Phil, I am officially our Buffalo cannaspondent. We will add you to the map. Thank you. We appreciate it. I did see another email pop in real quick. It's from Randy. He said, I'd like another Dumb Show logo, black with long sleeves and a crew neck sweatshirt as well. Jeez, wow. Okay, well, that's fantastic. That's
black with long sleeves?
Midsummer. He's already thinking ahead for the winter. I like Randy. That's a smart guy. Okay, good for him. Okay. So we're off to a good start. Now, I did mention the Bills Mafia and the tailgating and the football and all that shit. That's where tailgating happens at football games. Yesterday, I brought up something that I forgot. I got squirrel moment. That should be a fucking shirt. Hashtag squirrel. Hashtag squirrel moment or something.
You might have kind of those.
I'm always off track.
Previously on Another Dumb Show.
So yes, you guys, I had mentioned a while back while I was on Rover's Morning Glory. I think it was last summer, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I was at one of my son's baseball games, and I got a phone call from my sister, and my dad had been on a trip across the country on his motorcycle, riding from in Ohio to, I can't remember where he was going, somewhere in North Dakota or something like that, by Yellowstone or something. He loves riding up there in Wyoming, Montana, I think is where it was. So he's riding, goes to change lanes. He looks back over to his right to make sure it's clear. When he looks back in front of him, all the traffic in front of him stops. There's an accident that he couldn't see up ahead of him. And he changed lanes, and there were just wham! He hit the back of a pickup truck going 65 miles an hour on his motorcycle.
I thought it was a tractor trailer. It was a pickup truck?
It was a pickup truck.
Okay.
I mixed that up at first because my sister, I think that's what she told me.
When I first heard, I thought it was a semi, like the back of that shit.
No, it was thank God it was not a semi. He'd be dead if it was a semi. He hit a pickup truck, and because he knows how to ride his bike, when he went to turn, he just locked it up just enough to where I guess he was able to try to brace himself on his things when he hit it. Mm-hmm. So he hit the back of the pickup, flew like over the truck, and then went 20 feet past into the berm on the other side. It's really weird where he ended up. I don't even know how.
So how awesome would it be if he just went into the bed of the pickup truck? Oh,
I'm sorry. Well, no. That's like out of a movie, right?
You just hit it and just go right into the truck.
So he said when he hit, it was like he described it as the loudest noise you'd ever heard. It was just that was the thing that stands out to him when he tells the story. It's so loud. It was just so loud.
Yeah.
So he hit that, and then thinking, oh shit, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So He woke up on the pavement, just boiling because it was hot blacktop with blood all over the place because he was bleeding.
Does he know how long he was on the pavement?
Not too long, I don't think, because there was another accident literally like 5 cars up. Damn. They just literally came back to him. The cops were there by the time, so by the time it happened, he was on the ground out, and then, however long it took for them to get up to him, not too long, I don't think. So he ended up on the blacktop. Long story short, broken pelvis, broken wrists. That's, I think not it, but like broke his pelvis in 2 spots, piece of his vertebrae, but no like major internal injuries. Kind of like Darla when she got hit by the car. All kind of superficial.
Yeah, everybody just getting hit by cars.
Stuff.
God, I gotta leave. Everybody just getting hit by cars around you.
Yeah, that's 2. We're near the 3rd. Yikes. So now he went through rehab. He got back home, and now he literally was just in the hospital on Memorial Day weekend again because this guy, he kills me. My mom just got a big, huge promotion where she works. My mom, my dad, and my stepmom. I just call her my mom. So my mom got this big-ass promotion to work. So my dad doesn't have to work.
Oh, nice. Wow. Like that.
Now he does, though. He does it anyway, and he works at like a dry cleaner. And his big job that he has at the dry cleaner, in addition to paying for the stuff and taking the money and handing them their clothes, is he has to put those little foam things on the hangers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, to prevent the little line, right? No. It prevents the line when it hangs on.
Oh, is that why that's on there?
Yeah.
I thought it was to not, if the clothes are a little wet, it doesn't get rust from the thing. I thought that's why that was there. But that actually...
It's the imprint, yeah.
That makes a lot more sense now. So, thanks, Larry. I'm glad you got you around here. Fix the dipshit. So he is doing that, and in doing that, he's doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these during the day.
That's not machined by now?
You'd think.
Damn.
You'd think you just buy those pre-done, but apparently it must cost more, so you just do it yourself.
Or stop buying wire hangers. Who the fuck still has wire hangers?
Dry cleaners.
Why?
Well, what are you going to put them in those big clunky plastic ones and run them through the heat thing?
I'm pretty sure there's a material that can go through that by now. That doesn't have to be wire. Anyway, I'm sorry. Get back.
Either way,
what's he do?
He's getting pain in his wrists because he broke his wrists, and he's doing this stupid, tedious hand work. So what he's been doing is the doctor said when your wrists hurt, just take 2 ibuprofen every morning.
That don't sound like...
He doesn't. So he wakes up and he doesn't eat breakfast and then just pops 2 ibuprofen.
Wow.
So he gave himself... so he ended up in the hospital on Memorial Day weekend because he was experiencing blurry vision and he was starting to pass out. And they found blood in his stool. So they do a CAT scan and the thing that down your throat, and they find out that he's got ulcers.
Ulcer. Yep. That's
from
what I was
the ibuprofen.
I was going to say ulcer. That's what happens when you don't eat. And
so he's bleeding that much, though.
It eats the lining of your stomach.
But how big are these ulcers that you're bleeding that much that you're blurry vision and you're anemic and you're passing out and you have low blood pressure? I mean, Jesus. So apparently they just staple them shut while you're in there. And then from there, they let him out, and now he's out, and he's right back to working as dry cleaners after he told me he was going to quit. So I don't know what to do about him. He's driving me crazy with that. I keep telling him that he's supposed to quit that, but that's the update to him. He's a stubborn old guy that won't change his ways and ended up putting himself in the hospital because he's doing a job that he no longer needs to do.
I'll bring him a bowl of oatmeal every morning, so he can take his ibuprofen.
Well, it's nice. He's so nice. He when I was telling him everything about you and I and working here, he has he got a settlement after his motorcycle because he's for the insurance covering the wreck. He did not get a new bike, and instead he wants to help us out somehow. So he said he wants to put in on another dumb show to help us be successful, my man. So that's the update on the old man. Hopefully he'll be getting better soon. Maybe we'll do a little.
Oh,
maybe you hit
oh.
that sound.
No,
I'll
you
do this.
need to do a tab sound. That's like a like that.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
actually not a bad idea.
Send
at
me
all.
all your sound
Well, let's do it for
suggestions.
today. We'll do for today.
Hold on,
Ready?
hold on. Wait. I don't have it.
3, 2, 1. Second hour, always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. Not bad. It wasn't bad. It was all right. Cheers to everybody here. Cheers to you guys. Cheers all around. Cheers around. Cheers to you at home. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you are participating in happy hour, do it responsibly. Don't be a dumbass and drive or any of that dumb shit. So, I did mention before the break, and I got a question here. Mustard Tiger.
What a name.
I'm not really sure what I did, but he claims I'm very selfish. He's done listening. Because dumb is so selfish. I'm paraphrasing because I can't find exactly what he said. But I don't understand what if anything after that last phone call from Diz. I'm obviously not selfish. I'll show off my girlfriend's hoots. I'll show you my girl's boobs. That's not a selfish person. I share the wealth.
No, you
I
won't.
spread the wealth.
No, you don't do that anymore.
It
We
was the
don't.
lower third too. You want that cleavage? There you
Whoops. I gotta make it not show.
I got
My bad.
yelled at during the break, man. She was like, "Yeah, you didn't really do it, did you?" And I'm like, just so
What was
you
that
know,
impression?
every guy, when they first meet a chick and you don't really think it's gonna work out because you're just kind of hooking up, you show the boobs to your guy friends. You just do it, and then
That's terrible.
Previously on Another Dumb Show.
a long email from Ziggy.
I saw this one and I got bored.
I got to be honest with you. Yeah, basically, long story short, Ziggy's saying, "I'm dumb from the old show on this show." Well, dumb from the old show is the same person, so I don't know how to change that. He's saying that basically, like, I get treated like crap on my own show because of what happened with B1 and stuff the other day, and he really dislikes B1. Really doesn't like her. Now, I don't mean this to pick on Izzy. I like Izzy or Ziggy. Excuse me. I feel. Did you you met Ziggy, right, Lou? Obviously,
Yes.
Yeah, Larry bailed. He met, so he wasn't at the.
Well, I met
meetup,
her.
but
Wait a second now.
Ziggy was at the meetup,
That is correct.
and I felt like I just got this kind of anti-woman vibe from him, almost an incelish vibe. Am I wrong? Did you feel that at all?
I don't know. I don't think he came off maybe
I don't
like
mean,
that.
not like, and I don't mean
Maybe
that.
you were
like,
just-
If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, dude. I really apologize. I really am sorry. I'm not trying to slam the dude.
Right.
But I just got this weird vibe, and then I got this email, and I went, "Oof!" I felt like this guy doesn't like women because he really went hard on B1. You agreed? Did you read the email? It's real long, and I don't want to read it verbatim. I mean, literally, it's a page. It's a page long. I don't want to read the whole email.
Jesus.
No,
You
I
should
really
get some
don't.
excerpts.
So, he says take a step back. Don't stress about how people see you. I don't. I don't. That's the complete opposite of what he was saying at the beginning, though. It's very weird. He wants me to not care or to care about how other people see me. Like I need to hold myself up here. But then he says down here, don't stress about it.
Yeah, the one thing I got from it
Contradiction.
was that don't worry about how people see you, but I want you to know people see you this way. So the way they see you is like you're from the old show, but you're new. So don't be like the old show, but hey, be you. And don't care what they think, but they're gonna think it if they're not you or you being you. Right?
I don't know what you just said right there. That sounded like a dumb story, is what it sounded like. But he does have one good idea.
I just want to help you.
He says, and dealing with my temper and my rage issues, he says I should get a punching bag and put it up in the studio. When I feel I'm angry, get up and hit it 10 times. Not only will it let out the anger, but it will show everyone in the room, hey, it's getting out of hand, and we need to get back on. Oh, so instead of yelling at you guys, he wants me to get up and start punching things.
I like this.
I love
to
that
take
part.
control of the show. So so if you guys see, I did bang on the desk the other day, but I was yelling at myself because I kept saying a stupid phrase that drives me nuts when I say it. But no, he says he ranted a lot. You sure did. The reason he loved RMG is because of you. dumb. You had a personality like me and overcame so much in those 20 years. I just want to see you succeed and get what you deserve from this show and become the person I feel you want to be. Love you and love the show. Good luck. Happy 4th of July. Thank you. So, I do find it interesting that the thing that I took out of this was the punching bag thing. What a great idea. What a great idea.
Wait, how is that a great idea? That's not at all a great idea.
Well, I mean, I guess it's something to consider. I will say that. However,
You're gonna show me how.
however, back to the bad karma. I mentioned that I had an event on Saturday. So, we're going to take a quickie, get the dumbs dump in. Okay? Thanks to Joe T for that. We'll just use that for the first one here. Take a quickie, real quickie. I'm talking like a 3-minuter, okay? Let these guys get some brews because I feel like Lou needs some brews because I can tell he's got shit going on. And we're going to talk about that. Lou's shit. Larry, I know, has got shit going on too. He hinted towards. So, take a quickie. We'll come back. We'll get into my karma, why the punching bag would have to be on hold and wouldn't be able to be done right now anyway. Huh. The karma continues. I'm the living embodiment of Murphy's Law. So I thought maybe, a lot of times I used to blame it's because of where I work on the old show. It's just all this shit and all the bullshit I got to put with. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. It's just me. It just follows me fucking everywhere.
It's attached to you.
It's really annoying. So we'll come back and I'll tell you why we can't do the punching bag in the studio for when we have a dumb rage out. We'll be. It's wrong on the football team ladder. They really, truly are. Them and the kicker, depending on which one is the bigger turd between the two, they're the lower rung. And I'm not trying to knock them because
the kicker's way better than the puncher.
They're major part. I agree.
Yeah.
But if
kicker makes points.
But sometimes the punter's kind of cool and the kicker's not. And the kicker came over maybe like from the soccer team or something. And the punter's actually one of the football players or something.
You don't buy a jersey off a punter or a kicker. Sorry. Dude.
Kind of my point. Yeah, the quarterback is the upper. He's the top level of the team. So the fact that you got to buy it from the punter, somebody on the Panthers should have been like, yo, Hecker, just give him the number and we'll pay you behind the scenes for it at least. We need our quarterback to look like a boss.
Right.
Not like the kind of guy that buys a fucking
Did they say
number.
How much? It didn't even matter. It could have been $1, actually. You know what? It could have been 30 chicken nuggets. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't give him shit for his number.
No, I need to know how much. I need to know the big fat number. Because it wasn't cheap. He didn't. He sat there, gave him a number, and he was like, eh. And then Baker probably gave him another number, and he was like, eh.
He said in his interview earlier, too, like he let his team do the negotiations for the contract. I wonder if he let his team negotiate this number
how
contract,
could you not?
too.
Like,
And
what an absolute
oh my
tool.
God, I missed this part too. Oh my, what a fucking tool Baker
Oh, yes,
Mayfield
let's
is.
hear it.
The kicker bought it off of somebody else. The kicker bought number 6 off of their backup quarterback, PJ Walker.
Oh, this team is hilarious.
And gave it to and then sold it to Baker. So it was a double.
What's a double?
What a fucking nerd.
Hey, dummy, here's what you missed on another dumb show.
I'm a little confused, actually. I need your advice.
With me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not with you at all. No,
Okay.
I'm not confused by you at all. I'm a little confused. Diana said put a poll up. Diana, there is a poll up already on the community tab. If you want to go put your vote in for which shirt you'd rather have, the Captain Content logo or the Another Dumb Show logo, go do that. It's on the community tab on our Another Dumb Show page, youtube.com/Another Dumb Show. I have an email. It came in it's from Phil I Am. and I'm a little conflicted about it, to be honest with you. Well,
okay.
I think I think you're going to be conflicted, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is Phil?
Phil I am. You might remember him the other day. He says, well, you'll remember when I read his email. He says, "Hey, Dumb, thanks for reading my email on Monday. I sent the invite to the Bills Mafia with the table slam GIF. I would like to ask to be the Buffalo cannaspondent from Phil I am. Now, because he was kind enough to send, you have that GIF? Do you have that? Are you able to show that?
I don't.
Do you have the table
GIF
slam from the
itself?
other day? Or even just the, I don't know.
I think I do have the GIF. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I had it earlier because I was using it for something.
That's okay. I just want to see it again because in case people didn't see the other day, they don't know what we're talking about. So, no, why not?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I wonder if this plays.
I hope so. We played. There it goes. There it is. See, boom. There you go. So it's a little hard to see. Like, oh no, actually, you can see it. There's maybe the lower through is blocking a little bit, but I think there's
you see the table.
Yeah, it's a Bills tailgate, and there's a guy on the back of two guys in the bed standing on the tailgate of a pickup. What's happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. I am another Dumb Show host. Welcome to the League of Dummies. Anybody see who was first in chat in there today?
No, I did not.
Give those guys a shout out. Brap was first again.
Are we just guessing? I thought it might have been a guy named Tyler.
Lou's shouting. I believe Lou. You're not on mic, but you're claiming Brap. All right, Brap. Shout out to you. Thanks for being first in chat. Shout outs again to the League of Dummies. Glad to have you guys with us. If you're not in the chat, don't feel left out. That's just our little group there. By the way, if you are in the chat and you've been sending in comments and I haven't been reading them, that chat goes by real fast. I'm going to be honest with you, especially the more and more people that start listening and the more and more people that join the League of Dummies. That moves pretty quickly in there. So sometimes I won't see it. So honestly, the best way to do it is if you want to be a super fan, I see those, they pop right up. So the super fan chats, I see those and I'll read your comment. Easier for me to see. I'm old, my LASIK's wearing off, I think. I don't know. Does that happen, LASIK wear off? Do you guys know? I think they said it eventually would start to change. I think it does. I might be due for a redo because I think
your prescription can change. So yeah,
I think specifically my right eye has gotten worse. I'm noticing as things are changing. So because I actually I have this stuff over here to the right, and I keep feeling like I need to make all of the fonts and everything bigger, like an old person. And
accessibility options in Windows.
It's really not that far from my face, to tell you the truth.
LASIK, it's okay.
Oh man, so yeah, blaming the LASIK. That's right. No, they did actually a great job. So Jim, if you're watching, good job. So I actually endorse that place. They did great. So I think it's just the time thing. I don't think it has anything to do with anything but that. Larry's here. You heard Larry. Larry, how are you?
What's happening? I'm good.
Allie also sitting in as well. What's going on? Appreciate you. Dan Soundman's there with Larry as well. Lou's off to the side. He's in chill mode today. I don't
know why he's way over there.
I know. We get with a mic and a camera, and he said, fuck this. I'm going to sit off to the side today. I just smoked a big fat bleezy lined with some delicious honey stuff in it. And so I think Lou's out for the count for a little bit, to be honest with you. Steve, shout out to you. Super fan in there. Good looking out. Appreciate it. No comment, but a little dancing something, so cool. Appreciate
dancing
it.
Flower
Appreciate
guy.
You.
That's what Puffy did in that video.
Lou's a dancing flower child right now, I think. If you haven't taken a second to like or thumbs up today's show, please do that. It's important to do that. Larry just had that up there, and make sure you subscribe to the Another Dumb Show YouTube channel if you have not already done that. And of course, quit playing with your dingy. Hit the thingy, hit that little bell so you know when we go live and we know when we post stuff, because I think down the road, we've been talking, and there's some things behind the scenes that we've been discussing that I think you guys are probably going to want to make sure you have the notifications turned on for, because it could be worth it for you. So stay tuned for that. And so, of course, you can always tweet the show directly at Another Dumb Show. I'll read your tweets live. I do have some tweets to read. Hold on, I just closed something there. Let me find the tweet. Actually, this first thing was it was an email I got from Brad. You can always email the show, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. Brad emailed into the show the other day. Said, "Dumb, first off, I love the show." Oh, this was Monday. Said, "First off, I love the show. Some days it takes forever for the previous day show to appear on iHeart. How come? Love you, man." Brad in Binghamton. So he's wondering why the podcast from Friday was not up on iHeart or Spotify. Well, I know Larry had a big day last Friday, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that coming up. But boy, poor Larry.
Heavy.
Yeah, poor Larry had a long day.
Heavy flow day.
Family stuff, all kinds of stuff. And I know I mentioned you had family stuff going on yesterday, and we never got to it. So we will get to that today. I had experience this morning that I'm going to be telling everybody about. It was sad. It is Thursday, and B1's not here. So I'll explain to you why B1 is not here, sadly. So the reason the podcast was not up, Larry, everybody was drunk Friday, number one. We did the dumb trivia, and Larry got lit, I think was part of the problem. So that probably had something to do with it. But I
They
think
don't know what they missed, so.
Yeah, they did miss out, but it's up now. All of it is up now. So people who are catching up are able to go back and find it. But yeah, Fridays was just because it took a little while. And I think sometimes Larry, he'll leave here after the show and go home and do it at home. And of course, he's a husband and a dad, so he can't walk in the door and say, "Hey, I'm going to go cut up the podcast for the job I just left." That's not a thing. That's just like, you don't get to do that as that kind of thing. You have to come in and kiss the wife and say hi to the kids and what happened with the day. And your wife tells you for a good hour about her day at work. And then you want a recap of your day at work. And then you're like, "Well, I actually have more to do." And she's like, sit down for a little bit. And then you got to sit down. Next thing you know, you're halfway into a show. And then you go, "Fuck, I forgot to do the podcast." And then he's like, "You're supposed to go to bed." And you do it right before bed, and you're getting yelled at for that. So he's probably missing out on sex.
Hey, I don't have to sit down with her. I want to sit down with her.
Right. I misspoke there. Sorry. My bad.
Let him speak on it,
But no, I think it's just busy lives. But speaking of the podcast, I did see that there are some updates to the podcast. We are officially on Apple now.
Yes,
we are
iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes.
Be ready. Get ready. Well, you should be ready. It's there now.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Apple just wouldn't validate my account, his account, our account. So Larry went in and was in support for 2 hours, I think, yesterday or whatever, trying to get it set up. So we are officially up on Apple Podcasts on iTunes. So if you prefer that, if you're a Mac or Apple person, unlike Allie, who was shit talking them yesterday. Nothing. But you can get it there, and I would think by Monday or Tuesday it should be up on Google Podcasts as well. It wasn't working at first for some reason with them, and now I've got it approved, and now we will go slide into Monday. Hopefully, we'll be approved by Monday. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But for now, you can get it on Amazon, Spotify, Apple. And is that it? Amazon, Spotify, Apple. I don't know.
Right?
iHeart.
How can I forget iHeart?
And YouTube, of course.
That's the live show, the podcast I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, shout out to superfan Jennifer in there. She is one of the League of Dummies who donated and is a super fan. And so, shout out to you. No comment, just a little. I guess I'm doing shout outs now. So, I'd prefer a comment. Just write something. If anything, write a middle finger. So
my bad.
I can say something. So, when you do your super fan thing, because I don't just sit here and shout.
Okay.
It dinged. It dinged.
More sound effects, please.
Now, a little advice for us. You have this tweet from Bobby McNulty.
Yeah, is Nolte? I thought it was McNutty.
Bobby McNulty.
There's an L.
There's an L. I saw Bobby McNutty.
See what you want to see. It's okay.
This tweet from Bobby says, at Another Dumb Show, you guys should get in I see. You guys should get in-ear monitors. They're not super costly and much less obvious on camera. Would look a lot better for you. Bobby's... It's actually not a bad idea.
I was thinking we would look pretty obvious if we got in some ears. But
do you remember,
I misread it.
Do you remember when about a month ago, I brought in I have like these in-ear Bose Bluetooth headphones, and I have a little Bluetooth adapter for headphones that I thought maybe it would connect. It sounded like shit.
Exactly. Bluetooth is not how you want to be running anything in a studio. There's latency.
It was
so much
awful.
crap.
She's right. It was terrible. So I thought I'd give it a shot anyway. But anyway, actually, the main reason I probably could have gotten by with it, but I looked at Larry and said, "How do these look?" And he goes, "You look like what they looked like in like the early 2000s. Like what was that they called with the things in the ears?" I go, "You mean like gauges?" And he goes, "Yeah, you look like you have big gauges in your ears for whatever reason. Even though they were in the middle, they're just these big black blobs on my ear." So actual,
It was kind of rock star ish. But it looked wild.
Speaking of rock stars, you see the ones they had the molded in-ear monitors. And I looked up how much those were just to see what a custom one was. And I think the cheapest ones I saw were starting at like $600. So that's just insane. Like I think I actually did pull up a picture of them. Can you see that, Larry? Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, I can see your screen. Sure.
So here's like a custom
man.
one. That now, I don't know. Would that look better? I guess it probably would because you can't really see it, and then you hide the thing behind you.
No, that's shit.
It's still bright white. I mean,
Well, I think you can get different colors. I actually just picked that one because it was
Don't get that
It
one.
was the
Good
close
model,
one. It was a close up of an ear with one in. So
it's
that
not what
one.
you see anyone using in studio equipment. I mean, yeah, for a rock show, for monitoring.
it's not true.
yourself.
I'd see like other podcasts like Pat McAfee. I think they have them.
But I think
like
they
that
use
show.
like the clear ones. They use the clear ones that are like real stringy.
They're real
but-
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
This
like,
is probably a
still
cheap,
wearing headphones.
crappy one. Yeah, there are. Yeah, they have.
that's a
the
hearing
earphones.
aid. You don't want to look like you got a hearing aid in.
I agree. But I'm not a huge fan of these big clunky things because I mean, the hair, Lou. You're right. The hair, Lou.
Put
you
a
moved
lot
over there, Lou.
of
Yeah, the hair.
Pantene in there daily.
There is
Let's
a lot
not
of.
waste
I'm
it.
keeping Pantene in business.
Now that you know,
So-
now that you know, I'm going to go ahead and buy it out on every Walmart shelf. You got to stock up.
It went
That's
away for a
evil
while.
villain shit.
It just came back about a month ago. It was bought out. Oh, that's the reason why I shouldn't have said it because people are going to buy it.
That's
why
what
you
I was
guys
saying
were
yesterday.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. What an idiot. Oh.
You are not going to be able to find this in Northeast Ohio.
No way. Anyway, well, shout out or now keep rocking out, says Trevor is a super fan in there. And Dick Floss, our man from Australia, I love him, Sam. He said, who would have thought 6 months ago Dumb would have his own show available on iHeart? LOL, congrats.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, was it 6 months ago? About 6 months ago was right when it seems like things started going south, maybe, or about a month after that, 5 months ago. So, yeah, who would have thought? So, yeah, cheers to that. Cheers to you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Right. It's not even happy hour, and we're all cheersing. So
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
no, I know it's 5 o'clock.
It can just be an hour, and then the next one is happier.
I got an email
Much
here from
happier.
Travis in Louisville. He's watching in style on his Google Hub. He says, Travis says, we've got the show planned on all the hubs in the house. I love the late show. This is when we did a couple late shows earlier this week. It brings me joy after a long day's work. Keep it up and make your way to Louisville. I would love to go to Louisville. I want to go to the Kentucky Derby sometime. But what do you think of this? This is him
Damn.
on his Google Hub, and he said he's got them set up all over the house.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
Nice.
showing me that.
That's pretty neat, right?
No, I'm gonna have to change the background of the replay screen. That's bad. When with the
Oh.
TV behind it.
The TV with the TV. You don't like it?
Double.
Yeah, I think I
love
might
it.
have to. I'm gonna have to work on something.
Okay, Larry. Well, you use your creative, use your best judgment there. I don't mind it. So,
I guess I
but
never
at this
really
point,
looked at it like that.
It doesn't bother me. Never gotten one complaint
Really?
about it.
Sitting
It doesn't
around
bother
watching
me.
them.
Usually, if I'm not bothered by it, Larry, I would leave it alone. Just kidding. Yesterday,
Words of wisdom.
The man's
We
a
talked-
creative genius. So
Larry's done great. That's why I try not to stifle Larry. I like to let him go and then tell him what he did wrong. I'm just kidding. I got a really nice long email from Amanda. Yesterday, I brought Amanda up. She is the one who creates the morbid pictures, which I probably should have had ready.
The morbid
I
babies,
forgot
the
to have
baby
those.
heads.
Yeah, I probably should have had those ready. The morbid planters we talked about yesterday with the baby heads, the craniums cut
candelabra
off.
planters.
Yeah, candelabra planters, baby heads. You put the plants in the top of them. They got the black tears. Very morbid. I didn't understand
Treat
why.
mode level 10.
I have a friend or two that I think would love something like that, but
Well,
it's
that's one point.
generally dark.
There's lots of people out there who are like that, and I don't get. It doesn't make sense to me. The dark, the thrill with the darkness. But I don't get it because that makes me a hypocrite, though, because I did say I found it to be more. I am hypocrite. I think my son is the one who pointed it out to me yesterday. I was saying how I don't understand how people are more into the villains than the good guys. But I had said how much I like Darth Vader more than like Luke Skywalker and all them.
Oh,
so
yeah, you did.
I'm a bit hypocritical in that sense. My thank you to Shay for pointing that out to me. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. But Amanda sent a nice long email. So hang on for a sec. She says, "Hey Dom, love you so very much. I started making the doll heads because you actually were an inspiration to me. I have always wanted to do something with my artistic talent. I know it's disturbing and creepy, but there's a lot of people out there like myself that love this kind of stuff."
You inspired her to make doll heads?
I'm wondering how that goes.
She
I
said,
want more details.
She said, "You started your own podcast and you're doing so good." I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do something I love too. I'm going to share with the world something I love to do. So thank you for giving me that push. You didn't know that you did that, but you definitely helped me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I feel so good about this. I too will succeed. This is just the beginning. Oh, you almost got a cry counter there. I was close. I stopped myself. I thicked it out. She does say, "I like the dark and disturbing stuff. You should see my house. I decorate Halloween 365. I have 12 skeletons in my yard all year long and a 12-foot one too. I decorate them for every holiday and season."
Oh, those 12-foot ones are crazy, man.
They're cool.
She said she attached a video of them and what they're decorated with right now. Everyone loves her house. She gets notes in the mailbox saying skeletons bring her so much joy. Kids love them.
Wait,
Okay.
is she doing like
they're-
a seasonal, like changes
I
it
think
out every
that's
month?
What
Like,
she's saying. Yeah,
Easter skeletons?
we
yeah,
need, we
I
need
believe
those
so. Yeah, now that
pictures.
you mention this, I think I remember her. I think she might have said something like that in the old show. I think she was
Okay.
decorating it for 4th of July and stuff. Now that it's actually ringing a bell. Now that now that you guys said that.
That's so sick.
She says, "You know how I'm such a huge super fan. So how you're such a huge Superman fan. I'm a huge Halloween fan. I eat, live, and breathe Halloween. I want to Halloween the world. Love ya, Amanda." And I guess she loves it so much that here's her Halloween tattoo. Halloween the Earth. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, Halloween. I was,
the Earth.
I was
Kinda
wondering.
like the
like
paint company, you know.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how do you do that? How do you Halloween the Earth? So
That should look
That's
very familiar.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Paint the Halloween the Earth.
yeah,
Yeah,
that does look
that
like
logo.
Sherwood,
It's
right?
a-
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
It should look very
Sherry.
familiar. Interesting. And here is Amanda. This is her
Amanda.
showing off a little.
Oh, that's where it's
there.
at. Nice.
Got
It's
a
a-
lot
yeah,
of
right-
tattoos on top. Just that special Halloween one on the bottom.
Yep,
Love
and that's
that.
where my daughter got her. She's got a bunch of tattoos on her thigh like that too. That's the new thing.
Yeah,
the,
Oh, the
my
mushrooms?
tattoos are on the
The
bottom. I don't
mushrooms?
have any top tattoos yet.
You're all hidden. Here she is. She's got bats in the background. She's doing all sultry in the.
How'd she get those
bedroom for
bats
you.
in the back? Are there decals on the windows? What is
A
that?
filter, a sticker.
Sure,
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like stickers or
Window.
something.
Oh,
yeah.
the stickers.
Felt things, maybe
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. But no, good for you, Amanda. I'm glad. It's nice to know. It's weird. There's twice this week I had emails like that from people. One was from Mallory. She used the words, "she looked up to me," which was very weird.
You're an inspiration, dumb.
And then this one said, this email from Amanda saying I was
Touching.
I might not. I don't know if I was supposed to read that one that from Mallory. Sorry, I should.
Watch
I don't know
out,
if I was supposed
B1.
to
The
say that
girls
out
are
loud.
all over him.
No, it's not that. I don't care about it's no, I don't mean that at all. It's more I'm not like, oh, look at this. It has nothing to do with their gender. It's just truly the idea that I inspired someone or had somebody looks up to me. I got 3 kids that look up to me. I hope I like
Motivate.
but it's neat to have somebody do that. It's very cool. I appreciate it. So thank you. It makes me feel like I have to hold myself to a higher standard. You know,
Maybe.
not smoke blunts and shit.
Real Captain content. You got to be the superhero around here.
I appreciate that. I got a tweet from PDJ. He was here at One Life to Play yesterday, and he was kind enough to pick up some swag. Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I did. I do
Got the
have
tweet
that
from him?
tweet. Where's? Oh, I wasn't ready.
I don't know what his.
That's so
that's okay.
cool of him.
Yeah, I do have it here.
He didn't let us know what he was playing.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts that we actually we make.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I've seen you with. In fact,
Is that a baseball
Oh, did you?
style?
in fact,
It's actually one of my favorite shirts. Thanks a lot, PDJ, for stopping by. Though.
yeah. Yep. So he was here, and it's funny. It's oddly. I mentioned this yesterday. I think it was. That shirt is one that Larry was wearing one day. I mentioned how Larry loves to be coordinated. So if you want to pop over to me over here for a minute, here he is one day wearing that same One Life to Play shirt that PDJ had on, and it's black and white, and he's got his One Life to Play black and white hat on. He's got a black and white fanny pack across himself, not on a fanny, around the
Fanny
shoulder,
pack
one side.
gang. Love that.
Black and white. I think those are Echo pants.
Mhm.
And then black and white Nikes. I mean, this motherfucker's coordinated. You got a
Should have
mushroom
socks
belt
and
underneath that
undies match,
motherfucker,
right?
bro?
I don't need a belt with jogging pants.
You not get my mushroom belt reference
Oh no.
when I say that? Lou, do you get my mushroom belt reference when I say that? From
Correct.
Boomerang.
Yeah. No.
The dad and Boomerang.
No. I remember the movie Boomerang, but I
Thanksgiving
can't remember
scene,
this.
the Thanksgiving table scene in Boomerang with the dad from Friday and the dad in that movie. That's one of my favorite scenes, just in general.
Well,
period,
explain it.
in
We
a
don't know.
movie. Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole scene, but basically, the dad, they talk about how he's always coordinated. His whole outfit, he's from head to toe. He's got this brown suit on, but on the inside, he's got a mushroom print pattern. His socks, he's got the mushroom print. He's got the mushroom print on the inside of his hat, and then he even shows off his belt. He's got the mushroom. Look, I got the mushroom belt too. You got to see it. It's funnier, much
I
funnier
don't
when
remember that
John
scene. I don't
Witherspoon,
remember
God
that
rest
scene.
his soul, does it than me. So, but you just, I'm got to trust me on that. Is it not a rule that all black people have seen and no Boomerang left, right, up, down, back, and
Do
forward?
not
I
assume.
assumed that was a thing.
I know the movie Boomerang. I just don't remember that particular
Like
scene.
Jet Magazine?
I'm old.
I mean,
Shit.
like,
That
you
ain't
don't
even-
remember like Jet Magazine? You don't remember that? Like nothing from that movie. Nothing ringing a bell. Nothing.
Nope. Not to quote lines from Boomerang.
Damn,
I'm sorry.
Boomerang is a quotable
Wait,
film
is
for
Eddie
me.
Murphy in that movie?
Yeah, it's Eddie
okay,
Murphy,
okay.
but like
Murphy,
I don't know, like,
David
I, can,
Allen Greer,
I know
Fever Dream.
coming to America better than Boomerang as far as quoting
everybody
some
knows.
lines.
Everybody knows.
But I'm saying the
Far
last time I
bigger
watched
classic.
Boomerang was like
Well,
in the
everybody-
90s.
Anyway, you're a coordinated ass motherfucker. You're coordinated.
thank you,
over
sir.
There.
Thank you.
Coordinated. Speaking of Larry,
Damn.
people are pissed at you, buddy. The claws are finally coming out. Everybody was getting lots of messages about what a
Somebody's mad at
nice
me?
guy Larry is. Quit picking on Larry. He's so nice. Then Larry starts putting some opinions out there. Larry had an opinion on the Sesame Place performer yesterday and whether or not that performer was racist or not. Here's that video, actually, if you missed it, that we played yesterday.
No.
Okay, so you'll see the Sesame Place performer just completely, basically ignores the two young African American or black, depending on what network you're talking.
There's
from.
no depending.
No, it's depending on what network you're on. You know what I mean? Because we saw that yesterday. It was different ones were saying different ways. But Beliz commented on issue 26, yesterday's issue, where we played that, and you said that you thought that Sesame Place performer was being, in fact, racist when Rosita, whatever he or she shunned.
I didn't necessarily say she was being racist. I said it was a racist moment. I mean,
It's
it
a
was-
cause,
it was a trigger. It was a trigger.
It was a
Yes, it was a
trigger
cause, a
moment
trigger.
that
Yes.
based on previous racist experiences.
Yes.
That so
It's
I would
easily-
argue that would. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's easily a racialized moment. It's not hard to.
Okay.
I don't think it has to do with Larry being black is why he took it, internalized it, or felt triggered. It's very easy to read into that situation and see that that is a racialized moment going down.
And it's
I think
easy to
that's just
understand
an
how it
apparent-
can be taken that way. from-
Triggering as a parent, if anything, but to me, just period.
Oh, absolutely.
But Beliz said Larry is so ignorant. I wish he would give a little more. Now, if I, in my world's greatest phone screener history, if this person would have called in, Beliz, he would have said, Larry is so ignorant. And I said, that's great. Why is Larry so ignorant? What in particular was the ignorant thing he said? So I'd love to hear more about what Beliz meant by saying that. However, Shark, a fan of one of the League of Dummies, and also a person who's made some pretty cool tweets for us. And I got another one for you. And I'm conflicted right now based on the tweet that he created and this comment. The Shark replied to Beliz. He said, I like Larry, but the most common go-to for a black man is to blame racism. He assumed the employee is white, which in itself is racism. So,
Wow.
all right. So
The person could have been white, black, any person of color, any person of any
Spanish,
race.
anything.
You can still slight someone and have a racialized moment.
well, yeah,
Like I
And
said,
you can
I
also
didn't.
be black yourself and create a racialized moment, be racist. It's possible. Like, I mean,
I don't believe in my statements I said that the performer was racist. I said how the situation could be perceived as racist, and it's understandable the reaction that the kids or the parents should have, or even the public should have in seeing that, because it repeatedly happens over and over again. And when that
cut to me.
happens,
Cut to it. Just do your thing and cut to it. Just playing on a loop. Cut to it. Keep talking, dude. Keep talking, dude. Keep talking.
And
Keep
when
going.
that
Keep
continues
talking.
to happen over and over, it is ingrained in us to understand or not even understand, but to feel some type of way of why it is happening. Why is that happening? There is no other. I can't imagine any other reason that you can explain why that character, regardless of what color they are inside of that suit, walks down and high fives an adult and just says no to the kids.
Way to
Thank
go.
you,
Way to rep
Larry.
Wakanda, bro. Way to go.
It's a snub. Yeah.
Way to keep it. Way to go. No, that was good.
I got the hat.
No, that's
I got the hat.
I was playing that. That is weird that you're wearing that hat because Shark made that video for you, and he's the one who made that comment. too.
Yeah, I didn't see that hat,
So,
or I didn't see the video until this afternoon. But I put the hat on this morning when I was at the house, so it's pretty weird.
Weird coincidence. So, let's see. I think I had one more thing. I don't know if I have time to get to all of these today, to be honest with you, because I did want to talk about. You know,
Oh, he
maybe
said
we'll just
he
don't
said
take a
the
break.
music's copyright free if you play that music with it.
Oh, it was.
We
It
can't
is?
trust that.
Oh, that's all right. I thought it was more fun having you do your diatribe while
I
that was
love
going
that.
on in the background. Actually, I was fine with that. So maybe that'll be a new thing whenever.
It really did make me feel like I could play Black Panther. I look like a pretty good Black
You
Panther.
did
Larry
look good.
lays down the law.
You put about 40 pounds of muscle on. Yeah, absolutely. You look more like what's his name when he had the cancer part. That's more like.
Damn.
Is it too soon?
Dark,
It's been
dude.
come
A
on.
little soon. It's still Black
It's
Panther,
been a
man.
few
It's still
years.
King of Wakanda,
He died
man.
like 2 years ago.
You
Come
talk
on.
about a king here.
Oh, come on. Come on. I can't say you look like a cancer-ridden
Disrespectful.
Black Panther. Come on, man. I thought we were telling jokes here.
He's
Jeez.
a king. He's a king.
Well, fine. I'll leave the jokes to you
You gotta
and this
set up
guy.
the lounge again if you want to tell jokes like that.
Yeah, hi. You're on another dumb show. Hi. Oh, shit. Hi.
Yeah, there you go.
It's you. Go ahead.
Good evening, guys. It's Curious George from Columbus. How are you?
Here's George.
Hello.
What's up, my friend? How are you? Hello?
You can keep talking.
Hello? Did I lose you? Where'd he go? I think we
Who
lost
is it? Is it me?
Yeah,
yeah.
George, it's you, dude. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's hard to tell. Sorry about that. So, Robert, sorry, I said Robert. So, Dom, I have a question for Allie, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, George.
Okay, so I don't know if there should be a warning for Allie's parents to turn off the radio or mute.
Mom and
it's gonna be a little
Dad.
bit.
No, we don't do that
So
here.
just
Enjoy.
you don't do that. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. That's okay, George. I want our mom
We
and
can
dad to hear all
traumatize
the.
them, too.
Yeah,
They
let's
did it to me
traumatize
enough.
them. Let's traumatize them.
Okay, so when I lost my virginity at 17, it was with a girl that was kind of like, they used to be called goths, where they were all black and stuff, but I think they're like emo now and stuff. And I don't know, I get it, and she was real freaky in bed, and that was kind of scary for me because I lost my virginity, and she used to ask me to choke her, bite her nipples, pull her hair and all that stuff. And I kind of look at Allie, and she has that little bit of that goth in her or emo in her. Is she
Good observation.
also? Is she pretty like freaky in the bedroom, like the person I lost my virginity to? Like, what does she like? Does she like getting her hair pulled, or is there any
Oh.
piercings? Is there any punching? What is her
Now, is
interest?
that, George, I believe this is a violation. I believe you, in your excitedness to be moving
Yes.
through this, and through your excitement, you actually asked, the rule is one question
Must
and
be fair.
validate
Yep.
and try to
Screw
get
the
into,
piercing.
hold on, the rule is one
Okay,
question
sorry.
leads to the second one, and you blew right through the first question and into a second one without
Blew his
realizing
load
it.
so fast.
I don't think you realize you asked two questions, George, so I'm going to
I-
have
I
to
did.
sadly rule against you for this one.
George, next time.
I hate to do that to George because I love him, but
We love
we're
him.
just, we got rules around here. We got rules around here. You know how much I love rules. I love
gatekeeping going
rules. You know what kind of rules? Well, I actually did. I don't want to talk to George too long, and because there's probably a long answer to that question, so I didn't want to waste our time because not that would be
Yes or no
I would
questions
like.
only on the phone.
Well, no, I would.
Damn.
Well, hold on. I would like the answer to some of those questions, but just not right now because I'm promised that yesterday we would talk about an incident that happened with one of Larry's kids. Not a kid, sorry, his adult daughter.
I know now why you want to. I understand why you want to talk about this. It's okay.
It's pressing.
It's interesting to me. I just think it's interesting that this happened. If this happened to my kid, I'd want to talk about it too. Just period.
Yeah,
I just found it interesting. Period. But I do. There's a tiny little layer in the background that I think is funny that you might have maybe just picked up on.
Yeah.
So, speaking of me being a little bit of a hypocrite, our friend Larry here might be a itty bitty one. So I did say, let's do this. We'll take a little, how long? Have we even been going a half hour? Nah, fuck that. We don't need to take a break. So,
Okay.
fuck it. And I did say B1 isn't here, and I'll tell you what, the reason why she wasn't here a little bit ago.
Yeah, it is Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. She's usually here. And I'll let you know a little bit why she's not here. But you have a 19-year-old daughter, Larry, right?
Yes.
Okay, my daughter is, I don't know, just turned 21. She's drinking, got a boyfriend, she's doing her own thing. She's working. She's not going to school. She's just kind of living the work life and just trying to figure herself out, I think, a little bit until she decides if she's going to go to school. There was some talk about phlebotomy school because her grandma is a nurse.
What is that? Oh,
Drawing
okay.
blood.
Yeah, drawing blood.
Yeah.
Phlebotomist.
I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
So her grandma, I think, was going to pay for it. And her grandma's a nurse. So I was like, she goes, should I do it? And I go, if grandma wants to pay for it, you'll get paid for it. Sure. Why not? If it's something you want to do, go ahead. Why not? Somebody's going to pay for it. Hell yeah. How long is it? She's like 8 weeks. I said, then yes.
That's something.
Then
to
you
put
just
in
got a
your back
skill
pocket.
for 8 weeks that somebody has. You can always find a job. So yes, they're always going to need you to take blood somewhere. So sure. So I don't even know if she ended up following through with it. She didn't actually give me an update on that. So I'll have to catch up with her about that. But your daughter's in school right now. She's what, would this be her end of her freshman year?
She's kind of midway through. So she could be a
is she
junior,
not going
but
full
she's
time?
like halfway.
But how many years has she been there? That really is what
She's been
matters.
there a year, but
It's her first year.
Yeah, first year
Okay.
in school.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so she's not
That's
attending.
how they talk about it.
Yeah, by now, well, if it's summer, so if she at this point, if she's 19, she would have be wrapping up her first year if she was going full time.
I went
So
into my freshman year of college with like 38 credits, so I was almost a sophomore, and
Yeah,
honestly, it was
that's
hard
her
to talk about.
situation.
I'm like, I'm nearly halfway to being a junior
Oh,
already,
okay,
and
so-
but it's my first year on campus. It gets really complicated.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's her situation now.
So
Like
she's
she could
actually-
almost be a junior, but she's
In
like
college?
missing like a semester of that. So,
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Congrats.
Now does she know like her major and all that stuff already?
Yeah, she flopped over. Yeah, I think she's still kind of flopping around.
Figuring it
But I
out?
think it's accounting now. I think
That's
What
the
did she?
hard
What
part.
tell me the list. What has she gone through? Because I love
business
it.
management, fashion.
Okay, business management,
at
which
the school,
means
I think,
which
or
is
she's
nothing,
at
which is
fashion's
whatever. Yeah, that means
fantastic.
you become a sales manager somewhere, like a copier company, right?
No,
Or
business is good. She had marketing there.
marketing's not bad.
And then I think it's now accounting.
Accounting's not
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
People need
Wow.
taxes on the IRS isn't going anywhere. Take it from me.
That's the sucky part, though. If you come in with credits, it leaves you so little time to figure out what you want to do at school, and it becomes 10 times more stressful for you as a freshman than any of the freshmen around you, and everybody
Really?
else gets time to dick off, and you're like drowning kind of low-key. It was
I thought it would be the opposite. You're ahead
No,
of
you're
everybody,
like-
so you could kind of coast a little
you're
bit.
like dealing with the
No.
societal changes and the social changes taking over so much being
Well, you're not
independent.
Doogie fucking Hauser. You
If-
just a couple
is she
credits of
living
how.
at
But,
home
but you
with
still
you?
but you still have to jump into like your major classes instead of just
Oh,
four
okay.
like
Yeah,
See,
you're
this
taking
shows-
bullshit classes.
this shows
intensive
my-
courses.
This shows my ignorance about four-year colleges because I didn't go, and my daughter went and I left in a week. My daughter left in about a month, so I don't have a ton of experience with four-year colleges. And when my younger sister was in, like I wasn't really hanging out with my family much, so I didn't really
Right.
know.
That was tough on me.
None
My
of that.
parents never got to go. They basically had me, so they didn't get to go. My
Mhm.
dad went for like a year and then out. So like me going to school, I was totally alone too. Like learning how to deal with that stuff was kind of way worse because I didn't have advice or a structure or somebody to be like, "Hey, how the fuck do I handle this? This is insane."
So yeah, what you didn't have a roommate or anything,
Well,
or
you have a
anybody that
roommate, but they're not coming in it with the same experience. Like I said, I was almost a junior already. I was halfway through my sophomore year credit wise, taking intensive junior, senior level courses already, learning how to be out on my own. I was also 17 my freshman year of college. I was-
brags
I
a
was
lot.
dying. It was horrible.
So what is what's your daughter now doing for the summer? Is she working? What is she doing?
So she's working now in a department on campus.
Okay.
So she's got a nice little summer job.
Okay.
And it was really like she wanted to get this job so she can get started on living on her own. So instead of in a dorm, she wanted to get an apartment.
Yeah, at that age, you're ready to move out. At 19,
Yeah.
you're done doing it because she's got a boyfriend. You know what she's, you know what she wants to do. Same, you know.
But it's not.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah, Pound Town.
it's like a apartment with some roommates, you know. Okay, like,
It's so funny. I don't know what it is. I'm a weird dad. It never has bothered me knowing that my daughter's going to get pounded out. It just never has bothered me. I just
we don't have to talk about that now.
No, it's just part. But to see the discomfort on your face when I just kind of implied what's probably the reason why she wants to move out, you were very uncomfortable by it. Which is normal.
I think she wants to she's actually one who just wants to get out of the dorm. She does not like what's happening in the dorm. There's
people walking in while she's getting pounded. That's
my God.
No, I'm just saying, and I'm abnormal. You're normal for being like, this is uncomfortable. I'm weird because I'm like, yeah, I know that's what's gonna happen. I know it's whatever.
Well, I know it's gonna happen, but
it doesn't truly.
That's not how I think of her or about it, because she's not like that. Like,
is she trying to get out of the
she's got a
party
boyfriend
culture of the dorms? It can be a little rowdy.
If she's not like
I
that.
think that's the main thing.
Oh, okay. So she's trying to get. Okay, well,
she's trying to get out of the situation.
Right. She just
things
wants
that happen in the dorm.
Okay,
she don't want to be in there.
She's getting that good D now. She wants to be able to go get on a rag at home and not have to worry about. Yeah, exactly. She found the one that she likes. It's a not. No, I'm kidding. I'm making him uncomfortable. No, I actually. The reason I bring this up and ask about her, because you said there was something that happened with her where I don't know if it was a roommate of hers or something that happened with her and her work. And I know that with her work, you said she's something about well, what happened? Because I don't understand really exactly.
So here's the thing: the job she has, they get these cards that allow them to do like grocery shopping.
Say the word you're using, because I don't understand really the definition of the word.
Their meal card,
like a stipend card.
Stipend card. Yeah. Now I'm a doo-doo head. Is this a 4-year college word that they give you for things that you get a stipend
this is like a
card?
job. This is like a job.
Oh,
this is like a job or like an employer thing. Like you never been like traveling somewhere and they give you a stipend?
No, I had a company card that we used. I just
but they don't give you like a per diem or a stipend. You never had a job where you had a stipend.
Sounds like she has a nice job.
No, I'll be honest with you. My sales jobs were they were letting me shell out ducats because we were entertaining. So I had my boss's black card, and they kind of let me do whatever I want.
Okay, so the word.
I'm not trying to brag.
Stipend.
It's just the truth. That's why I'm was confused. I didn't understand what you were talking about. So okay, so you get so much that you're allowed to spend per day or per week or per month or something
for the term.
Okay, so you get a flat amount.
Yeah.
Is it how much? Are you able to say how much?
No, I don't want to. I'm not.
Is it a good amount?
I don't
of money?
even know like exactly how much. I don't even know.
Over
$1,000. They got a card. Yeah, presumably you will say yes. Over $1,000.
Okay. So that's a good amount of money. So all right. So they have this card to work with, and they're supposed to use it for gas, or
I mean, I don't know if you can use it for gas. I mean, it's for the purpose of like groceries, incidentals, things like that to get you.
Are they
through
being
the
paid
semester.
a salary as well, or
yeah? They're also
wage?
they're also.
So this is part of their
wage,
compensation.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now, I guess I don't know how that. Maybe does the company maybe have a deal worked out with?
I feel like this is baseball for me to you. Like
I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah. I did see a message saying somebody needs to take Larry to a baseball game one of these days because you were very confused during Shay's playoff stuff. But
there's a job that they have, and they get compensated for this job on an hourly basis. And on top of that, they also get a stipend to use for the term that they have this job.
And they have to use this at a specific store?
No, as far as I know, yeah. I think like that's the common place to go.
Okay, so
this thing.
The employer probably must have something worked out then with that grocer or whatever, and that's what they get a deal on. Okay, that's why I'm trying to understand why they don't pay the people the money if it's for groceries. I don't want the stipend. Just put it in my paycheck,
but also
please.
they're college students. You need to make sure that they getting fed. You know, they don't have like a.
I don't
meal
understand
plan.
that if they're working. Why do they get to tell you what you're spending?
Because they're still college students.
It's a perk of the job. It's a benefit.
I guess to me that I'd be like, can you just put whatever the stipend amount is in my check? Because I'd rather get an 8-ball or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. I'm not just being legit. I mean, that's how college is. So I guess that's why they do it too. Control the kids and make them spend it on food and not cocaine. Okay.
Is it a campus-based job? Is it through the university?
Yeah. Well, Yeah,
or
yeah. I
through
guess
the
you would
college.
say, yeah.
So that might be why they're definitely incentivizing.
I think
you
he
not-
left that little detail out, or if I might have missed it.
I think I
You
did
can
say
drink
that. I
and
did say,
smoke
like,
that
it's
money
a-
away quick. They want
Okay.
you to eat.
So what happened with the card then?
So I mean, she had hers.
Okay.
She happened upon maybe someone else's. That she didn't turn in right away because she was going to turn in when she saw the person next.
Wait,
So
hold
there's-
on. So she has hers. She's walking down the street and finds another one, or
I don't want to get into those details. I actually cannot. I'm not going to get into those details. But she happened upon she came into possession of someone else's card.
oh, that's okay.
How's that weird?
Well, that's a pretty big detail of how she came in possession of it. I guess is a pretty big detail. I thought would make her kind of the crux of the story. I guess almost like if you find it out on the street versus you find it inside someone's wallet. You happen upon it. I happened upon it inside while I was looking inside their purse or something. There's two different things.
There's a shared space that they go to, and that's where she found it.
Okay. That makes more sense then. So it was just somewhere that so
In a public space or a shared
quad.
space.
It's not
lobby
necessarily
of the
public,
quad.
but
Who knows?
I mean, it's
Sounds like that. Okay, so it sounds like he doesn't want to give exactly where it was at for
Use the
whatever
word
reason. I'm not
allegedly.
sure, but so she. What was the phrase you used again for this? Happened across it.
happened across.
She happened
upon
it. Now I'm not familiar with the happened upon phrase. She happened upon it. Now in like the couch of a cushion couch
on the floor.
On the floor. Okay, so she picked it up, and now she decided, and she picked it up, and then went, okay, I'll put this in my pocket until the next time I see so and so, the
Jody's,
person who it belongs to. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Then how did it move? Because now from last Friday, you spent the entire day at the school. For what reason?
So what took place from that point is I don't even have the details of how it happened, but the card that she happened upon was reported as missing.
Okay.
And when it comes back to her that she realizes has been reported as missing, it's, oh no, I have it.
Did she forget that she had it? Like, how much time passed in between, like, the time that she found it and when it was recorded?
Weeks. Maybe a couple weeks. So yeah, maybe she forgot she had it.
No, it's understandable. I could see
Forgetful.
that. You pick it up, you put it in your bag or whatever. You're a college student. She's probably half stoned or half drunk. Who knows? You know, I know how kids are. Who knows? She probably forgot all about it. But so it goes a couple weeks without giving it back to the person whose card it belonged to. That person then reports to the school. Word gets out from the school
to the employer,
or to the employer. Word gets out that, hey, this stipend card is lost. Has anyone seen it? And then your daughter goes, oh shit, yes, I have it.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the things that was found
Definitely doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Just off the optics of that, the
It also
court of
doesn't-
public opinion do not look good on that one. Okay,
Doesn't
so
put you in a position to want to come forward either, because maybe you're just a forgetful good person. But
yeah, I'm a very lackadaisical dipshit doo-doo head in that sense.
Right,
I would
like,
do something like that and then
I am
completely
very forgetful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. But also, like, I've found somebody else's card at college and not slipped on it, and I'm like clinically forgetful. So
Well, that's one of the things is that what it came down to when I was made aware of the whole situation, I was more upset because, like I've told you this, you know, I've told you about this before.
You got to be
Don't
extra.
don't do this.
Hold
gotta be
yourself to a
diligent.
higher
There's-
standard. Be
and-
careful. For what? Well, just as a kid or what? Just
As a kid, and also, you know, I've raised my kids, or I currently raise my kids with an extra layer of those kind of precautions because you are who you are. You know, she's a African American female,
Sure.
at a campus.
Yeah, I know
you
what you're trying to
so-
say. It's just a long walk for you to get there. She's black, and you guys got to be extra careful because
Yeah.
there's some motherfucking racists out to get you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you got to be
and-
careful. Yes.
You-
That's all you can say.
Those
It's
kind
cool.
of, some of those things that you see there that happen that you happen upon.
Yeah.
You can't just happen upon and
Right.
think like everything's
You're not able to.
you
You're
know?
not able to forget that.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Hunky
no,
dory.
and that campus in
You said hunky,
particular.
not honky dory.
Okay.
Hunky, not honky.
Okay, I said what
dory.
I said
You're
what
right
you
to
heard.
tell your daughter that, because that campus in particular, there's a lot of representation on, but there is a subset of people that are a little, hokey country racist.
Well,
And I
well, we-
ran
yeah,
into it
we know the
immediately,
area.
and I'm white, and I ran into people
Yeah, well,
saying
we
shit
didn't
that made me
mention what school it is, but it is a famous school. There might be a song about
I
it.
went to a few colleges, so in my tenure, we didn't get to that when we talked about it, but I hopped campuses a few times. So
Well, every song has a fight song, so
Yeah, every school has a
yeah.
song.
What's that tell you?
So yeah,
She finds a card. They say, "Hey, it's a couple weeks later. She does not return." Did you spill something all over your keyboard?
Nope.
not.
I
on
saw
the
you
keyboard.
spill something and make a big face
not
over
on
there.
the keyboard.
No, I just saw
Keep
you. Okay,
talking.
you do you. The look on your face. I was gonna laugh at you if anything because you thought you ruined something of yours.
Nope.
I don't care if you break
I
your
always
own
keep
shit.
things away.
It's your own shit if
He
you break
somehow
it.
caught it in a container. I don't
So the school comes down to your daughter and says, "Hey, what is going on with this card?" And she admits, "Oh yeah, I did have it. I just forgot that I had it." When she returns it, what do they then say to her at that point?
I guess it ends up saying that someone used the card at a particular store for a bunch of money.
Oh no!
Bunch of money.
Oh dude!
So they then proceed to suspend her. So
Well, yeah,
she-
because they
she's
assume that
suspended,
she
yeah.
did it. I'm assuming right out. I mean, when they do that, I'm frozen. By the way, I don't know if you could see
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but
Oh,
it's all right.
oh,
It's-
wait, I
you
fixed
got to
that.
learn to stop talking with your hands. I was thinking about this on the way here. I was like,
Oh, geez,
you're the
my
most
bad.
Italian ass black guy I've ever met. He's like everything he does. He's like this. He's got to run the switcher, and he's
Where's
all
that at?
talks.
Oh, there you go.
He's
You're
all
back.
doing this. Hey, he's telling his stories.
But I
and-
do like to talk about.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm joking around. You guys say
you
you
just
run-
want me to keep my fingers.
you gotta
on my-
learn
on
the
keyboard. I got you.
So they're basically they accuse your daughter of spending the money on this card that she found. She gets suspended from work.
Not necessarily accuse her, but they want to do an investigation. And she's
Well, they
suspended.
assume basically. I mean, the implication is that she probably did it, and we need to do because it was in her possession. It doesn't take a Batman to figure that one out. Why they think it's her.
the best superhero. in detective,
Whatever.
yeah.
Superman would have already long since figured this out. He would have spun the world backwards and figured it out, and then spun it back and put us back in time. So end of story. But she
He would have gave everybody concussion.
God, we're such nerds.
He would have gave everybody concussion. He just wants to destroy Earth.
She so what happened from there? You got
So from there,
because this is
you
her
know,
employer, not a school, right? I just want to make that
yes,
very
and-
clear.
And that's
Okay.
where I was a little different about it because it was her employer, and when she ended up telling my wife and I,
Mhm.
my wife wanted to. She felt a need to help our kid. I wanted to help, but I wanted to help in such a way that we guide her on what she should do as far as maybe composing a message, figuring out what the steps are
Mhm.
in terms of why she was suspended and what are they going to do to prove that she didn't do it.
So you're
what
just
you would
giving
want
her
to do
how
if you're an adult, what you would want to do to get your job.
You're giving
back.
her advice on
Yeah,
what she should do to
right,
get her job
right.
back. But
I did a lot of that with my hands. My bad.
what happened from there?
Did
she follow
no
your- did-
hands?
did
with
she
no
do it?
hands.
Did she do it?
No. So what took place from there was instead of my advice of her composing a letter and blind copying my wife and I, my wife chose to compose a letter.
Mom
and email.
emails it.
Oh boy. Well, that actually kind of brings me a little bit to what I had been talking about before with and speaking of your wife, by the way.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about this.
And somebody put I have to
Go.
say, Mr. Mojo Rising says this does sound like a story from somebody that I used to work with, a very kind of suspect story. Now your
There's
daughter
nothing really
doesn't look.
suspect.
Now I know I don't. I think I met your daughter for about 10 seconds. I don't know your daughter. Just from the outside, an outsider's opinion, it sounds like she found the card, spent the money, and got caught. And like when they realized the card was gone.
Why would you say that she spent the money just by letting her?
No, that's what
meeting
it
her for
from.
10 seconds.
I'm not saying that. It's an not because I met her. No. I'm telling you as an outsider.
That's what
No. I said
It's
I
easy to
don't.
mishear that.
As an outsider's point of view, you missed the word. As an outsider,
Okay.
it not knowing your daughter, the evidence doesn't look good against her.
Okay.
Is what
okay.
I'm saying.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm not making any accusations. I'm saying the evidence is very circumstantial. However, Doesn't look good. So then what I find pretty funny about this, and Red 88 Rex has a very, very interesting comment there regarding old Screwy D and her involvement in the
I was wondering why you still had the.
well, it's because of
Handsome
Screwy D.
D.
She Larry's wife, call her Screwy D because she got both her kids got knocked when she got knocked up with both kids. Her and Larry were both drunk on screwdrivers. So
Right.
she's been dubbed Screwy D. She's from Ecuador.
Sunny D,
I
okay.
did not think she's gonna like that one.
I like Screwy D. It's good, but she Red 88X says parents cannot get involved in their kids' employment. It looks so bad. Now, the reason I say there is some hypocrisy
I
involved
very
here
much
because in
agree
an
with you.
earlier episode or issue, of Another Dumb Show, there was an employee who no longer works here up front at One Life to Play.
Well, we're not going to rehash that one. We're not going to rehash the details of that at all.
Well, let's just get
Represent
it.
those of his
Let's just say this. Somebody's mom called and got involved in some employment situation shit, and Larry laughed out loud and said, "How the fuck can anybody's mom
let's
getting involved in some shit?"
Let's just say someone called. I told a story
Basically,
that was pretty similar to this one before.
and you called that person. You had you laughed at them and said, "How could you let your parents get involved?" And now your parents.
I did not. I did not laugh at them. I did not laugh
Things
at
keep
them.
coming and circling around here.
Well, you thought it was weird that the parent
thought it
got
was strange.
involved.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, now what's the difference with
Because I didn't laugh at them. You're saying that I laughed at them. I did not do that.
You didn't laugh at the mom calling? You didn't think it was funny
laughed
that the
at
mom called? I would implore
I
you to
laughed
go
at the
back and watch.
situation of the mom calling.
Yeah,
I did
that's
not
what I'm
laugh
saying.
at them or the employee.
Oh no, the situation. Yes, okay.
Okay, I just you say you laughed
He
at them.
needs us to make these
Splitting hairs on that
specifications.
one. I don't think it really matters. You're the situation, them, they're in the situation, whatever. The situation of a parent calling and getting involved in an employment.
Yes, see,
thing.
that's great.
That to me, you were laughing at. And now you're doing the exact same thing, but it applies to you when you're wearing the different hat. When you're
Very hard to say no
when
to
you're the
your
owner
wife.
hat,
have caught
when you're
it.
the owner hat, you laugh at it. When you're the parent hat, you're like, oh fuck that, we're getting involved. That's kind of my point here.
That's pretty ludicrous, Larry.
I did, but it's hard to say. It's my wife wanted to help our kid, and I cannot not help if that's what she wants.
I understand it. I think, but do
Come to find out, though,
what?
as we were there to help, we were told exactly the same thing.
The parents can't get involved.
I cannot.
In this?
They said we cannot talk to you about this.
Oh.
We can only meet with her.
Oh, so somebody might have made a bad decision in the past talking to the parent. Sounds like Scottie Pippen's getting reprimanded is what it sounds like to me.
Makes sense. Colleges are very rigorous. They won't even release your grades for your children's grades to you. So
Well, that's what I'm saying because there was a. Oh boy. Okay. Well, all right. I'm just okay. Just very interesting. Okay. So,
yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
well,
Which one?
Well, because somebody else talked on the phone, did exactly what the school said they can't do. Somebody else here did.
Well,
Didn't say I can't talk to you about this. You're the parent. Instead, engage the parent directly. Not in any kind of and when I say engage, it wasn't a confrontational.
but that's
by
what I'm
any
saying.
means.
Also, it's like we were talked to about the situation, but we were not talked to about any actions that they could take, any steps they were taking. And we could not meet with them. We could not meet with them one-on-one. We could not meet with them with our daughter. We could not, and they could only meet with our daughter. Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think what you're getting at was pretty much the same thing. Like that's what in the other story the parent was also told. It was laid out.
Okay,
this is what happened. There's That's
so there was
to,
engagement, just not saying how the kid can fix it. Just telling look, let the kid handle it at this point. It's nothing.
Well, while I was there, I think now this is where you're saying that I did play at that point the employer hat or the owner hat and the parent hat, because I was very much so listening to the words that they were choosing to use and how they were speaking.
So you
And
put hats on
Yeah.
and off. You're just like,
Yeah.
all right, this makes sense as an owner. This makes sense as a parent. Okay, as an owner, I get this parent, owner,
Yeah.
parent, owner, parent,
So
owner.
you're
Okay.
saying you kind of went above and beyond. You actually kind of heard her out a little, and then kind of told her it's not.
Well,
I
he's
heard
got-
her out,
he's a
but I also
middleman
heard
here,
I
'cause-
did try to hear them out, which I urged her at the time that we were there, and even before that, you should hear them out. Like you're
Now,
not.
look, Dan should be watching this very closely because this is what because Larry is doing a dance right here because he's trying not to say, look, I had a fucking pit bull I was fucking trying to keep on a leash here. You're not understanding me, guys? I had a pit bull trying to fucking bite the balls off of the goddamn principal at this work.
So I'm gonna
My
tell you-
wife's
I'm gonna
trying to
tell you-
fucking tear people's new asshole. You don't understand it.
You want to know the
She's
pit bull
gonna rip
situation?
somebody apart.
Here's the pit bull situation. At one point, the meeting was scheduled for 9:00, and we got to talking. The moment we got to talk to the
Stop
the
looking
employers.
at chat. Don't worry about them. Talk
No,
to me.
that's not like I'm trying to remember. The moment we got to talk to the employers, we were able to sit down, talk amongst ourselves while they were also talking to her. So by the time they were talking to all of us, like she was there too, it was only like 9:15.
Okay.
By the time I realized what was happening and what needed to happen, I had already suggested, hey, you should probably talk to them about what you can do to rectify this situation and stay employed.
But you said this to your kid?
You should do that.
Right, but
While-
meanwhile, your
when I got
wife
to-
wants to go. That's what I'm
Now
saying.
here-
You're in the
now
middle.
She's
Your-
already she
Yeah.
already wants to go off, but she went off at one point when I said that the one guy said, "Well, we may not have time. I have something else coming up." And my wife said, "Wait, you scheduled this for 9 for a half hour? You have 10 minutes." she said, because she's like, you don't schedule a meeting and then say you got to go before your meeting's ended.
Right. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
so-
So they were trying to get out, and she
So
said, "No, no,
she
you're not going
pulled
anywhere."
pretty much she pulled everything as far as understanding student handbook, understanding. She did her research. She composed her letter. She was ready. They never responded to our letter either. That was one thing too. So she was already pretty kind of like heated. But I was too, because I would think that you would at least reply to that though. If one way or another, you can still reply.
Well, what in the end, after all of the parental interaction that isn't supposed to be happening, when in the end, after she started after your wife tried to go off, after the meeting ended, where did everything stand? Because she was suspended at this point, right? Or was she fired at that point, or where
She was suspended before the meeting. In the first 10 minutes of the meeting, she was terminated.
Okay.
And
You guys
at
came
the
out.
end of the meeting.
They come out of the meeting. You guys catch them in the hallway and light them up in the hallway.
No, we were sitting at a table. They came and sat at a table with us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. She feels like we were more of that. Like,
Who's she?
my daughter.
Yeah.
That we were more of this. You watched the new Bel Air, Will Smith. show.
A couple of them. Yeah.
She felt like we were these power parents from that show, like the things from the show, like when we went in, because I was basically trying to explain to them, like, look, I think what you're doing is right. I mean, I understand what you're doing, but I don't think like the final action that you're taking is right.
Right. You're going overboard without any proof.
But once
You're
your kid is
suspending
an
my-
adult, man, you don't get to be involved anymore. You can't helicopter parent.
Now-
You can't.
And,
even
maybe I'm missing.
politely parent.
Maybe I'm actually. You know what? I am forgetting one key thing. She didn't do it. She
Well, I think
she
that-
found out. She found out that somebody else used this card. They know that too. She didn't do it. So that was
think we
one of the
got
key
that.
things.
Yeah, a mistake is a mistake. Like I see, somebody in there said that she should have turned it in. That was the biggest mistake of the
Yes,
whole thing.
yes.
Certainly that nobody's saying, nobody's perfect in this situation. The reaction the school took was overboard, but I can see with the kind of circumstantial evidence why they would be like, they're just waiting until did they say they're going to do any sort of investigation to see who prove that she spent this money? Because I would be like, how can you prove that
They didn't
just
say
because
that-
she had it, that she spent any money or anything?
They didn't say that when she was suspended. That was one of our biggest problems. Like they're not giving or outlining any timeline on an investigation or when they were concluded or when they meet again. They gave no information at the time that they suspended her. It wasn't until a couple of days later that they set the meeting for the next day to actually meet with her.
I don't know what that means.
So when they suspended her, they didn't give any timeline. They just said you're suspended.
Yeah.
So you're saying, did they say that they were going to do any investigation? They did not say that.
Okay, that's what.
No.
Okay, so the answer is
So
no.
she ended
no.
up- no.
There's a
Yeah.
long way to get. No, they're not going to do it. They said they aren't going to do any investigation. They didn't do any investigation.
But they
How did-
ultimately did. They didn't
Okay.
tell
Do they
her, but they
have to?
ultimately did.
I mean, do
Oh,
they,
so
have
they
to
were-
do anything other than say there is a date to?
Well, why do they have to tell her
discuss
they're
this
doing
or
an
meet over
investigation
this?
if they want to? If they so, it sounds like they probably were doing the right thing. You take a couple days off, we do the investigation, and then we'll let you know what's
But they
happened.
don't say that it's a
then your
couple days.
wife
They don't
overreacted.
say that it's a couple days. They don't say that we're gonna do an investigation. They don't say how long the investigation will be.
Oh, they just
And
said
she's
you're
already
just-
even trying to give them information too.
Okay. So just it sounds like there's a lot of lack of communication between everyone.
That was our issue when
the
it
problem.
first
Right.
started. Yeah.
Mhm.
So then that's why also my wife wanted to be there for what that meeting was going to be because
Yeah,
it
your
just seemed
kids-
like
hey, she's gonna have to eventually just gotta let her go.
That's
Gotta
what
let
I
her
say.
go.
I
Let
say.
her learn the lesson the hard way almost at this point, because it's like one of those things. If she, I always tell my kids the key to life is not to keep repeating the same mistakes. You know what I mean? And learn from the mistakes other people make. So maybe it's one of those things where you let her make the mistake and suffer the consequences and see what happens from there. But I guess if it's gonna have does it go on like a permanent record or shit like that? I don't even know how that works.
and I
So-
still don't even know the outcome of that. But ultimately, like it was me trying to help her understand, like you got to eat a little humble pie. You did something wrong. You need to figure out how you can keep your job. And the best way you do that is to talk.
Well,
you know,
would this
talk to
go
her.
on any kind of record if it's through the employer and not the school?
Well, that's
that
why
should be separate.
Mr.
because
Mojo Rising said, "Be glad it's administrators and not cops." So, I guess that is a
That's
good
the thing
point.
too.
So,
I
Yeah.
mean, you bring anything that is slightly criminal to the school, they immediately bring it through their own conduct courts. You don't get to go to. I mean, trust me, if you
You
need
read that too.
the cops on campus, you're going to be pissed with that ruling. But when it's something that's kind of not working your way, it's kind of like, well, okay, thankfully this is only just going to go through school.
And I think that's kind of
It's
hard
a-
too
it's a
when it's
lesson
not
in life.
working your way and you know you didn't do anything, but it's not working your way. I
Because
think
you
that was
don't get
very
any.
hard for her. You know,
Yeah, you can't get a lawyer. You can't get representation. It's being handled through the school.
you
or
can get her
the-
mom. You
Oh
can get
no,
her
that's
mom.
what
That was
that
her.
see. That's where your daughter was wrong about the Bel Air. That would have been that would have been the power couple move. Is if you come in there, Uncle Phil's a judge. Don't forget. You know what I mean? You guys should.
Oh, I went in with the blazer.
Shoulda
though.
walked-
I went in with the blazer.
Did it have a mushroom belt with it?
No,
Oh,
So in the end, she is still suspended.
no, she got her job back.
She got her job
great.
back. Oh,
Yeah.
why? I'm very confused. She got caught
she
stealing
went-
boxes
she
on her
went
day
in-
off. That's what Shark said.
She went and talked to him, and they, I guess, came to a compromise or agreement, and she continued employment.
Well, did they find out it wasn't her, and that's why?
Yeah, they do know
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Okay.
probably the crux of it. I would have been shouting
like
that.
this
By the
said,
way,
like-
she didn't do this. Remember how you're saying it sounded like she did it? She didn't do it. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been That would have been disappointing to find out your kid did something like that. But I'm
No,
glad
yeah,
you put it-
that would have been yes.
do
very
way
much
you-
to
so.
scare
did
the
she-
shit out of her, though. I mean,
Is she?
that's-
She must have been pretty frustrated though. So I know there's got to be more to that story to who the other person is that got a hold of it. I'd love to get into that, but I know you. I don't think you want to talk about that, but I think that's probably
That's another
good stuff,
student,
so.
and I have nothing on that. Like I have no.
I just
have no
wonder how
dog
that
in
other
that,
student
you know?
got it though. That's what I'm confused about.
How did
How the other student got it out of your daughter's hands to
No.
go use it.
Well,
That's
they
what doesn't
used
make
it
sense.
Before it was ever in her
before
hands.
it was done before it was in her hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's why I wouldn't be a good cop.
She
Didn't even
found
think
a
about
card
that.
that
I
was
just went, oh, it
discarded.
had to be the person who was in her hands. Yeah, okay, so no.
I get the
Before
gist here.
she found it, they'd already spent. Oh, so it was just a timestamp thing? It was that simple?
Yep,
All that
yep,
hullabaloo,
yep.
and all they had to do is go say, hey, what? So just because she didn't turn it
She
on,
had lined up
you know?
everything too. She know the receipt of when it was bought. She timed that up. I was at work at this time. I texted my boyfriend at this time that I was at work. He
Oh
responded.
wow!
with
So
this.
she did it. She
Lucky
proved.
her
So she
that
proved
she had
based on when
receipts.
the receipts were that she didn't do it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I wish you would have said all that. That would have been a good storytelling.
I think I pretty much just said like she didn't do it.
But no, I wish you would have told me that part. That
Oh.
that was good that she ended up getting out of it. So, okay. I do. We were supposed to have him come in here at like 5. But he called me at like about I don't know, 4:45 or something like that, and said, "Hey, I blew a tire." And he ended up we wasn't going to get here in time. So Campy he was on the old show with me, and I think he was on the old afternoon show and all that stuff. He is here. I know Larry's going to be going out of town soon. So I'm going to need people to talk to other than Allie. And I know Dan's a behind the scenes kind of guy who'll pop on every now and then. And Lou's got to run the front. So I got to have people to talk to. And now B1 with everything that's going on with her. I don't know what's going on with her now. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back from break, Campy will be here. And I'll let you know what happened with the B1 situation. So stick around. Be right back on another Dumb Show. And then
He's impressed.
He's
impressed.
picks him up, and one guy picks up the other guy and slams him through the table. I mean, and they're full Zubaz pants, jerseys, face painted, blue and red Bills colored wig on, slamming a sad Bills Bears fan through a table. Now, because he sent this and extended this invitation to me to join the Bills Mafia, because I'm on the fence about the Browns. What Shoelaces, I don't pronounce GIF wrong. You pronounce it wrong, buddy.
I say GIF too.
You're saying GIF.
I'm not mad at it.
GIF, you're wrong, pal.
I say GIF all the time, and he tells me it's GIF, but I say it's GIF.
I say GIF.
I still
Either
swear it's
way,
GIF.
either way. Let us not get off track here.
Oh, my bad, boss.
Phil wants to be a Buffalo cannaspondent. Now, the rules for being a cannaspondent are that you have to usually send in some sort of credentials to be a cannaspondent. You got to show me what you're doing, what you got, what you got at the dispensary.
Yeah, we don't necessarily want to call it the evidence, but hey.
Yeah, show what you're doing. You know what it means. If you're, that's the kind of the whole point of it. So we'd like to show you on the map. We want to show what you're up to. Like the Hoodie in Louisville, he showed off his plants he's growing. He didn't want to show himself toking, so he showed off some plants that he's growing. So my question is, I say yes, he should just be in just because he gave me the invitation to the Mafia. And obviously, if he wants to be a cannaspondent, it means he probably burns.
What, this is invite for invite?
But with that, almost, I'm kind of like, why not? I feel like I should, he was kind enough to extend that invitation to me. Why not just let him in? You know, everybody in that tailgate is getting lit. They're burning down before, while they're there, and afterwards.
But you're not allowing all the criteria. See, the criteria for you and Bills Mafia require that you receive an invite. You got that.
Yeah.
The criteria to be a cannaspondent is you got to send that photo.
Well, it's an open invite, though. There's criteria to be able to join the club. It's an open invite to anybody who wants to join the club and become a cannaspondent.
Yeah, that's part of our rules, right?
There are criteria within that invitation for me to ultimately decide whether you should represent.
Did you meet that? This GIF don't count.
I tell you what,
because this GIF ultimately disqualifies him. The idea that he
needs a photo on the map.
No, he needs a photo on the map. But if he's trying to use this GIF as qualification for being a cannaspondent, that don't match up, and it definitely doesn't match up to my values, to my principles of you being allowed to be in Bill's Mafia.
Maybe we ought to go to one of the cannaspondents and see what they have to say. Mikey, what say you? You're on another Dumb Show. Mikey?
Yeah.
What's up? What do you think? Should he...
Dude, no, he can't just jump the line because he gave you an invite to the Bills Mafia.
Exactly.
Thank you. What if it's the kind of guy that smokes weed with you and the whole time he looks at you and goes, "Are you high yet? Are you high yet?"
We don't know nothing about the weed smoking field here.
What if he gets every blunt wet that he smokes and he can't roll? And oh my God, dude, what if he uses a lighter rung? There's all kinds of things.
Okay, so you're worried he's he'll be a poor cannaspondent to represent. Why do you care? You're not from Buffalo. What do you care? You worry about the cannaspondents looking bad.
Yes, absolutely. I set the bar for cannaspondent.
And that's also true. State representation.
That's a high bar.
Too.
That's a very, very, very high bar
hey,
when it comes
careful
to
with the puns, Larry will get excited.
It's still state representation too.
It is in state.
They share in a state here. He should have a say.
Well,
and if Mikey say no,
I would love to hear from Phil. I would love if Phil
Hey, I'm not
844.
going to
Hey,
count
I
the
tell
guy
you
out
what,
because he's a Bills
Mikey
fan,
doesn't.
but at
If
least
you,
send in some evidence.
I would love to
Let's
hear
see
from.
what you're smoking. Let's see your glass.
Okay, 844 hit Dom 844-448-3862. Thank you for ruling on that, Mikey. Okay, so what do you guys think? Maybe we'll leave it up for debate. People want to call in, let me know. They can let me know. If they don't give a shit, then whatever. But I think I'm leaning 99% towards a yes. Unless
Just because you got an invite.
I tell you what, unless there's another person from Buffalo that
no.
comes along, another person that comes along from Buffalo who has a better
Application.
something. Oh boy, guys. Well, I think we actually have a very quick. We got a very quick listener here, guys. We got a guy. Can you see my screen over here, my friend?
Oh, I can't. Do you want me to go to it now?
You're gonna have to. We'll.
Oh,
yep.
whoa.
Phil.
Whoa.
Phil, I am quickly emailed in. He must not be able to get in on the phones, but he has quick access to the email, and he was able to send quickly some evidence and proof. Now
There you go.
that actually might actually knock him down a few pegs.
Why?
I mean, 'cause-
why is that?
Because usually we're stoners, we're a little slow, a little behind on everything. This guy was quick, so maybe he's actually going to be a great cannaspondent. He's a stoner
he
and he's
cares
on
that
his
much
shit.
about being cannaspondent that he said, I need
Okay.
to fulfill my duties, and he
Okay.
knew what he needed to do.
I kind of agree with what
good for
you're
him.
stating, though. The fact that he may not actually be the smoker we think he is. That may be somebody else's jar. 'Cause he was
Oh, no,
very
we can't
active.
go
He-
around
Well,
judging people
now
on
let's
how they
we
smoke.
can't do that because we didn't say you don't have to prove that you're smoking it yourself. I don't want. I can't. I don't want anybody to incriminate themselves. Who am I to do that? But no, I think
Like,
Phil,
if
I
you want
am
Phil
after
in,
that.
fine. And photo. Let me
think
see that
that
photo
counts.
again.
I think that counts.
Let me see that photo again.
Okay, there it is. I can zoom in. I mean, it looks like
Okay,
some
yeah,
decent
zoom.
nugs too. Got some color in there and
Ooh,
stuff
it's so
like that.
pretty.
So,
That's
all
a,
right,
that's
well,
a Firelands jar.
okay. Oh, that's
I like
that's
that
one
jar.
of the yeah. Is that Firelands? How are you able to tell?
Oh, those jars are man, totally recognized.
Very specific.
Very
You can
specific.
tell he's got either a cat or a dog or something too. Some hairs there. So,
see dog
I'm
hairs
going to go
and
ahead and make a
weed.
ruling. Phil, I am officially our Buffalo cannaspondent. We will add you to the map. Thank you. We appreciate it. I did see another email pop in real quick. It's from Randy. He said, I'd like another Dumb Show logo, black with long sleeves and a crew neck sweatshirt as well. Jeez, wow. Okay, well, that's
a lot.
fantastic.
Damn,
That's
black with long
midsummer. He's already thinking ahead for the winter. I like Randy. That's a smart guy. Okay, good for him. Okay. So we're off to a good start. Now, I did mention the Bills Mafia and the tailgating and the football and all that shit. That's where tailgating happens at football games. Yesterday, I brought up something that I forgot. I got squirrel moment. That should be a fucking shirt. Hashtag squirrel.
Hashtag
or
squirrel.
squirrel moment or something.
You might have kind of those.
I'm always off track. Just touch something sticky, tape or goop or something all over my hands. It was left over from that one cord.
No, I cleaned that cord. You
Oh,
can't
I'm
blame
telling
me.
you,
Don't blame me.
something- Oh, it's gross. Oh, what it is? Just goo everywhere.
You did something in the break. I was outside.
Wash your hands thoroughly.
Yeah. You were outside, and I was getting ready to introduce a new person that's hanging out with us.
Sure.
But
Good cover.
a new person introduced themselves during the last segment. Apparently, old Screwy D has decided to just move herself into the chat and make herself known there.
She's been in the chat for a while.
Nobody knew. She didn't announce that it was her, though. I believe this is the first day that she's come clean, that Larry's wife is in the chat. She's under a pseudonym. There's no B in there. You're Larry B. There's no B in there.
Nope. I'm not gonna say her name.
You don't have to. She outed herself. She's talking about you two as parents and what she's going to do and how you're not welcome on the vacation now.
I see that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm not welcome to
Screwy D,
vacation.
you're supposed to call, not talk to the chat, dude head.
Marriage counseling in the chat. Yeah.
Call the show.
Screwy D, call the show.
Call the show. Don't talk to the chat. Talk to us. Oh my gosh.
Don't call me either.
I don't think she realizes that there are people, as much as we love the chat, there's people, watching, listening, other than just sitting there in the clickety clackety, God bless them. But I'd love for the people who aren't in the chat to see everything she has to say as well. And I go back and read some of it.
Oh, what?
If you want.
The stuff she said?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what she said. I don't know how I'm not on vacation.
But you're not listening.
I gotta drive.
But now you're missing it. The people
might be
that aren't in the chat don't know what's being said by her. There are lots of people that aren't in the chat. Podcast listeners, they don't see what's in the chat. They can't read where she wrote. She's very open with us. I know 1,000% she did not do it.
All right,
she would tell us if she did.
What'd she say?
I'm telling you. I'm literally reading it as you.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Yeah, I was trying to read it.
Oh,
what did you think I was reading when I said?
I thought that was you saying that she. Okay, never mind.
When I said she's very open with us.
Yes, I thought that was you saying that. She said that.
Yeah, your wife said of your daughter. She's very in the chat. She's very open with us. I know 1,000% she did not do it. She would tell us if she did. Hard to believe, but I know we keep very, very open communication with our kids. So she's in there.
I think I said that though. I said that. We know that she did. Oh,
but I'm telling you what she. Oh my God!
I know that you're telling me what she said. I get that, but
I'm telling everybody who's not in the chat what she said. Larry, keep up. Holy shit! I'm trying to read it to everybody. Holy crap! Who's not in the chat? I'm trying to get your reaction to your wife. For the people who aren't in the chat, trying to read what she's saying there, my dude.
And you want my reaction to what she said, right?
Yes, and you.
And
said,
my reaction to what she said.
That.
I already said that. That's my reaction to a lot of things she says. My reaction is, I already said that.
Okay, cool. You hear the heavy breathing. That is not Curious George there. That is Matt Campy in the background. What's up, my dude? How are you?
Good, man. Good to see you again.
He's on one of the headset mics there. So if, you might have to move that down away from your nose a little bit.
Was I breathing into it?
You can hear it. Yeah, it's not you. It's just when you breathe, your nose will catch it.
Okay,
so just move it down a little bit. Can you not hear yourself?
No, I can't hear myself in the headphones.
At all?
No, otherwise I would have noticed. I wouldn't have been heavy.
What you doing over there? What's going on?
Oh wait, I can hear it now.
Oh, somebody breathed really hard.
I think that was me.
Is that you? Hey, are you going up and down?
Are you going up and down? You hear now?
No, I can't. Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah, he can hear now.
Okay.
Solid.
There you go. Perfect.
Love
Good
that.
stuff. All right, much better. Yeah. So yeah, don't. You were Curious Georging there. Welcome, Campy. How are you, man? Long time no see.
I'm good, man. Yeah, it's been a while. It's probably been what? I think it's been since 2019. I saw you last.
Yes, when I first came back to RMG in 2019, the old show I was on, you were, I think, were you phone screening then?
I was
in and out?
Fill-in phone screener. So like,
oh yeah, because I was the producer when they hired me back, and then I ended as the phone screener. That's right.
Right.
Downgrade.
So
actually, it was an upgrade as far as I'm concerned. That producer job sucked. That fucking box, and I hated sitting in that office so much. Man, that fucking sucked. I was happy to be back in the VAR box. I really was. That office sucked. That's probably why I got.
No one ever, but.
No, the producer office was terrible. It was, or
Okay,
just the office was boring. It just sucks. There's no microphone. You're not part of the action. It sucked. I hated it. That's why the fart box was great. I loved being in there, and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
On
He
the
knows.
fumes after
Yeah.
a while, right?
Well, I'm the fumer.
Oh.
Baby, okay, I'm not a fumee. I'm the fumer in the fart box. But yeah, Campy, you were switching off, and Matitude, I think, was the other one doing it, right?
So actually, I was like pre-Matitude.
Okay.
I was like back when Nads was still alive. If you listen to the old show, and Nads, God rest his soul, one of my dudes. Back when he was going through his on and off phase, on the days that he wouldn't show up, that's when they were bringing me in to work the phones.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that now. And then there was a little Okay, so right over there is when the overlap was. Okay.
And there was a few times where we worked it together.
I felt we worked a
but-
couple times together. That's what I thought. So are you in radio or TV or media at all anymore?
No,
or?
no.
No, what do you do now?
So after that, well, actually, I shouldn't say after. It was like during that time, I also had a podcast going as well.
Yeah.
And which was called Dude Nobody Cares. We don't do
I
it
remember
anymore, but Yeah, so I was doing that
I
for a
remember
while.
you had some pretty. I see you had some pretty good followers there. I saw some of the people who listen to RMG would listen to your show and stuff too. So yeah, I know you had a little good group there.
Yeah, definitely. We had a good run. We did the podcast. I did the podcast for about 4 years. We never like officially wrapped it up.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of RIP'd it in these last few months because life stuff. I mean, I heard you guys talking earlier. You know how that goes.
Sure.
When you got kids and all that stuff going on.
Well, you have a kid, right?
I do. I have a 4-year-old daughter.
Right on. How's she doing? Good.
She's good. Yeah.
Getting ready for school this year or not yet? Or is that next year?
So she did preschool 1 year and she's going back to preschool again in the fall.
She's not going to be an early kindergartner. She'll end up being an older kindergartner the next year, right?
I think she'll be like
on time, right?
I was going to say an average kindergarten.
Right in the middle then.
Nowadays,
Okay.
they make
Depending
you do
on
like 3 and 4-year-old preschool.
Well, yeah, because you know how
when
when you land with that, because they'll let some, like if you're right on the cusp about to turn 5, maybe they'll let you into kindergarten or whatever, or if you're on the bottom end of it or whatever.
Right.
But
so a lot of parents, what they'll do is they'll like put their kid in preschool for 1 year and then they'll send them to kindergarten. But we sent her in a year early, so she's going to do 2 years of preschool and then she'll go to K. So
okay, good.
There,
so what do you do then now?
Right now, I'm just bartending.
Okay.
Just
Well, there's no
bartending.
Justin about it. You're getting people drunk. That's a good thing. By the way, you grab a drink if you want a beer or whatever. You drink or
You
are
can
you
bartend
sober,
right now.
or-
I need to know.
Do you drink? Are you sober?
No, I was sober for a while.
I thought so. I thought I remember that.
Yeah, I was going through some stuff.
Okay.
And so I went sober for like 403 days last year.
Oh wow. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, I just needed a break, and it was for mental reasons. And I'm not gonna lie to, it was really good on my body, like because I've been drinking since I'm 32 now, and I've been drinking almost every day since I was 16.
Late
so
teens or teenager. Yeah.
To take a year and some change off was really healthy for my body. I feel, and I'm glad that I did it. Like my skin cleared up a lot. And,
Good for you. It's weird. I happened to see just really coincidentally, I saw a tweet from one of the producers that got fired from the Ellen Show that I only followed because B1 went on the Ellen Show, but he said that he literally almost the exact same story. I drank every day of my life from my mid-teens or late teens till the age 50 or almost or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went for like 500 days without drinking. It was like almost exactly the same story. It was just like word for word, just like the numbers were different. And he said it felt better than ever. And I urge anybody who do you feel, what made you get off that? Or you said I was sober.
I just missed alcohol, dude. Alcohol. listen. Hey, I'm gonna just say this right now. Alcohol is dope.
It's fun.
It's fucking tight.
There you go.
And I was getting super bored, dude. So I was like, yeah, I need booze back in my life. And I mean, it's all about how you drink it. I wasn't like an alcoholic or anything. I've always moderated. I've been very good at like controlling my liquor intake and my booze intake. But I just needed a health break, and honestly, it felt good. And I would recommend that to a lot of people too. I'm like, dude, if you can bring yourself to just take a year off of booze, especially if you've been doing it for years, just take a year off, and I guarantee you, just wait and see how much better you feel. You know what I mean?
My weed doctor is constantly trying to get me to take a break to get my THC receptors to reset. And Larry's always doing the same thing to me, telling me I either got to change how I do it or smoke less and reset because I'm burning through a lot.
Well, I mean, what's the problem? Is your tolerance too high now?
Yes, I can't eat edibles at all. They do nothing to me.
Yeah.
Just nothing. My tolerance is way too high. I truly need to stop for a while and reset. I mean, the doctor, he drew me a diagram and all these little reasons why, like what my receptors look like. Yeah, and he goes like, basically your receptors are supposed to be like this. Yours are full of THC and they're just like, and they can't catch anything anymore. Like they're just these dead things full of that can't grab anymore. Because he goes, you have burnout. Like people talk about being a burnout. You're not a burnout, but what you have is called what we call burnout. And I go, yeah, but I still get a little high, so it still counts. So it's good luck stopping that for a little while.
Did
but
he like put you in front of a marker board? This is your brain.
A whiteboard.
Versus this is your brain on drugs.
Kind of, but it was more of like it was more medical, honestly. He was doing like diagrams and bar charts and all like this is you at this point, and then you smoke this much and it should be up here, but you're down here because of this. And it's just very, very technical.
Was your doctor John Madden? I mean,
he was not doing X's and O's. There were lines and stuff, but no plays on the board. I actually have to get that reset. I got to go get a new. I got to go back to my weed doctor to get that.
Yeah, I got to get mine done in August.
Me too. Well,
Yeah.
we're on the same schedule.
Yeah.
Mine's about to run out at the end of this month.
They keep on reminding me every time I go. And
Yeah.
it's like I know. God damn it, I know.
I don't want to pay. I got to pay for it.
It's like I think it's like another 150.
Another 150, and then I think you
Yeah.
got to redo the actual one for the state too. I think
Yeah.
at that point,
Yeah.
man, that gets expensive. I forgot about that. Shout out those ducats. We got to pay for our weed, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not kidding. No. Campy.
Not kidding.
What now? Were you working at the bar at that time when you were sober? How'd you make that transition? That's hard to stay sober working at a bar. Very hard.
Yeah, so I was sober bartending for that year.
Ew.
And I'll tell you what, dude, it was once you for me, like a lot of people will say, like I get the mindset. It's hard to get yourself into a habit, but once you can make it a habit, it's really not that hard after that. You know what I mean?
You get a routine. Yeah.
It's once it becomes routine, it's easy. You know, if you smoke cigarettes every day, you know, it's going to be hard to quit. But if you can get through that 1 week, those 2 weeks without cigarettes, right? Then it becomes your habit. You start to set the habit.
What was your crutch? Macrame? Knitting? What'd you do? What'd you switch to?
Cigarettes, dude. Oh, dude.
Well, I'm gonna spare my liver, ruin the lungs.
Dude,
Okay.
Yeah, I was blazing cigs in my time off of alcohol, for sure. Everybody needs a crutch, dude. I mean, no
Was
one's
it
perfect.
cigs and cranberry juice?
How'd your skin get better? But you're smoking more. How is that
Dude,
possible? Alcohol's worse for your skin?
I have no idea, dude. But it worked.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, too. Like one thing I never noticed while I was boozing. Well, I guess I'm back on the booze now. But when I was boozing initially, I never really realized how productive not being on booze would make me because I'm a insanely productive person. If I'm not moving, I'm losing my fucking mind.
Yeah, I found it was interesting when I was texting with you. I was like, "Oh, Campy." I'm sorry, you both have your both name Matt, I met you both kind of at the same time. So sometimes you blend in as far as like the names. I don't mix you up, but your names do that. So it drives me fucking crazy when I do it because I'll do it to him. I used to do it the other way to him. So sorry, Campy. I totally forgot what I was gonna fucking say now. God fucking damn you, fucking squirrel.
It's those fucking weed receptors, dude. What's
Yes,
going on? What's going on
they're.
in that brain of yours?
Yes, I've burnt myself out completely at this point. So, anyway, Campy is here. Damn, I totally forgot what I was gonna fucking say. Son of a bitch! Somebody help me out there. Where was I going with that?
I don't know. It's in your head. It's between you and God.
Get inside.
We all have burnout, obviously.
Anyway, well, Campy, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, dude.
And I want people to get worried about Allie because I did get an email from Mallory.
Immediately. Jeez.
Well, not immediately. I meant to give you a little bit of love earlier because B1's usually here on a Thursday. She's not here today. And Mallory emailed and she said, "Dumb, these late shows, referring to the last couple of days, are killing me. I have to be at work at 4 a.m. Haha, that sucks. I'm sorry."
They killed us a little too, Mallory, but we all had fun.
Well, she said, in all seriousness, though, I love Allie on the show, and I hope you keep her with 4 hearts from Mallory. So Mallory loves you.
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, isn't that cool when people send you some love? Now, B1 would normally be here on a Thursday. But this morning I was just laying in bed. I was actually kind of I was rolling around making out with Bean Arena. You know, we were just smooching,
Giving that
rolling
dry
around,
tongue a little love.
giving that little derpy tongue a little, letting her just drag it across me wherever she wants. A little love from my Bean Arena.
There's laws against that.
Larry hates because where's she at? Bean Arena, Darla Beans, come here. Larry,
she is so comfortable.
Is she out?
Barely.
Oh, no, here she comes. Come here, Bean Arena. Come see your daddy.
She went every way
Come here,
not
honey.
to get in the camera. Is this camera? This camera's
Here she
frozen?
comes. Oh,
Oh, that camera's frozen.
She had to stretch, do her thing.
Who's froze?
No, the overhead.
Lover?
No
Oh, okay.
worries.
Well, so yeah, I'm just laying there in bed, me and Bean Arena, getting it. My baby,
That tongue is dry.
So Larry's face every time I do that, just
Ew. Ew.
he just wants to puke because Darla's breath just reeks. She's just got bad dog breath for whatever reason. But we're rolling around, making out. Might get a phone call or a text message actually saying, "Hey, what did it say exactly? I'll read it to you. It's from B1, and it says,
Oh no.
Yeah, fine. She's supposed to be on top. She's supposed to be on top. You're supposed to pin her to the top.
Kid 3. I only get 3 pin spots. Kids get spots. Sorry.
Who has a limit?
Yeah, mine only gives 3 pins. Andrew, no, mine. Anyway, so she sent me a text 9:15. I'm having bad sharp pains in my abdomen, and I'm heavy bleeding. My doctor wants to see me now. I said, oh no, my love. And she said, it hurts so bad, I'll keep you updated. And I replied back, leave work and go to the doctor. I said, or just come home and rest. If you're bleeding inside, you need to rest. And she then replied, here now. So apparently she, at that point, just left work already when I first started texting her. And by within 20 minutes was already on the way to the doctor. So she then asked me to go up there and see her. She ended up going to the ER. And so here's a picture of her laying on the bed in the ER. That's the hospital room. There she is, all on the bed, shitty ass hospital room.
ERs are the worst.
Yeah, and this one they didn't even have a TV.
Oh,
at least they used to at least have TVs and stuff, and no TV in this one.
Did you take Bean Arena?
I did not take Bean Arena. I did have to wear a mask. Sucked. Yeah. I haven't had to wear a mask. So it was a bad reminder. Haven't had to do that for a while, where you're forced to wear a mask and you can't. You have to. That sucked. It was bad being back to that life.
That's hospital. That's hospitals now.
I know, but I'm a baby. So I get back there, and
was Bean Arena upset that her makeout session was cut short?
She was very upset. She wanted to come.
Time.
She really wanted to come badly. Trust me.
I
mean, come with me.
You heard it too.
Come with me. Come with me. So I get to the ER. They make me put a mask on. And go as I around the corner to go to her room. I see this just decrepit old lady bent over, like this, just. And groaning. And I go, oh, that poor old lady. And I take a couple more steps.
Visual,
it's fucking B1. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with her? Because she was so like hunched and like her back looked like an old lady's back. And it didn't even look like her at all because her hair was all puffed all over. And she also has new glasses. I forgot they were hers. She has like these clear white glasses. So she kind of definitely looked like an old lady. I almost laughed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like not laughing at the old lady, but when I realized this old lady was B1, it took everything in me not to go, I thought you were an old lady, but I didn't.
Not a good time for that.
No, it wasn't, because she was moaning in pain on her way to the bathroom to, I think, bleed in the toilet. A little bit.
I was going to say toilet.
Yeah. So they told me what room she was in. I went and sat in the room. They take her back for an internal ultrasound, where they go in with the camera and they go look
internal ultrasound.
I guess
they put some shit up there.
Yeah. They had to do that. So they took all kinds of pictures too, X-rays and stuff. Endoscopy, maybe. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I'll mix those two up. So she ends up coming back to the room. We lay there for about an hour. They give her some sort of shot, like a painkiller, but not like a good one, not a non-narcotic, some bullshit.
But not a good one.
Yeah, endoscopy, by the way. Just
no, it's not.
Not
endoscopy, internal endoscopy.
It's like a throat down your esophagus.
Well, no, but it's the other way.
I think sometimes that's a sonogram, or that's interchangeable with.
Internal. But whatever it was internal.
Right.
I like the reverse endoscopy.
Whatever it was, she said.
They can also only do like an ultrasound from the outside if you have a full bladder, so they have to go from the inside if you don't.
She said it hurt. I'll tell you that. She said that did not feel good.
Never.
So I can't imagine having a piece of plastic shoved up inside you would feel good at all. With metal
they
and
do
plastic.
it all the time. Don't they do that all the time?
No, there's just something about it that feels borderline violating always. So
I would think so.
How's that different than a dildo?
Cold, aggravating,
you
medical.
You want it
medical.
There? Yeah, well, you want it there too, and meta, I would imagine, right? Yeah.
You know what? You get your cervix scraped one day and check back with me.
I got an appointment already.
Oh, that's brutal. That's no fun. I had Brittany's actually in the chat. Internal and okay. Now she just heard me yell at your wife for not calling in. So she gets in the chat and starts chatting herself instead of calling into the show. What is going on? I've lost control.
For these phones,
I've pay for these goddamn phones. That's right. Anyway, you listen at least, Allie, for Christ's sake.
Screwy D, call.
No, at this point, I'm just being silly at this point. I'm making fun of Brittany. And Brittany
she's had one of these before.
She's been through a lot today. We should go easy on her.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't expect either of them to want to have to talk about that stuff. It's uncomfortable. But she was very, very, very sore. And they asked her, the doctor came back, said, how you feeling? And she said, I'm still kind of in some pain. And the doctor goes, well, we looked at everything and nothing wrong with you. Not a damn thing wrong with you. Look, no, nothing. We've looked here, looked there, both sides, nothing.
She's faking it?
Bullshit.
Right. So I'm just sitting there going, oh my God. She was just in the ER in March and essentially with the exact same symptoms. And they said, well, you have a small cyst on the right side. I don't know if it's a uterus, but like a cyst on the right side. So then this time they go, oh, you might have a cyst that looks like maybe on the left side. So the doctor leaves the room and Brittany pulls up her my chart and she's looking at it and she goes, wait, I have a cyst on my left side? In March, the cyst was on the right side. Where's the cyst on the right side? So she sends all her stuff. Well, I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. I don't know. Those things move. So
you can have polycystic ovarian cysts.
We can have multiple, right?
You said, is it on the uterus? It's usually cysts
outside
on the ovaries.
No, help me. Yes, please.
Yeah, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
So usually it's on your ovaries, but they can occur on your uterus, the tubes.
It's probably ovaries. I was forgetting what other parts you guys had in there other than uteruses and
causing shit to go wire.
Yeah, because I remembered I was trying to think all the inside parts and I was like, uterus, fallopian tubes, and
I was thinking it's one of those compartments.
I missed the thing in between those, right?
It's like a very upset lady with her hands on her hips.
Is this how you learned it in school?
Kind of, yeah.
You know what? I didn't learn this on Magic School Bus, but I'm just kind of making my own thing up here. Yeah.
So
your hands are your ovaries. You are the uterus. Yeah.
Well, I bring up
you are the uterus.
The different sides. I bring up the different sides because when she went in March, it was on the right. When they did scan her today, she had one on the left, but not one on the right. So she sends that to her doctor, her actual gynecologist, and the gynecologist,
Tom Hanks from Da Vinci Code.
No, not Tom. Was he? Is he? I don't think he's a symbologist. Yeah,
not a cystologist. Okay, I got you.
Not a fistologist. No. No, he. So she. The doctor. This is a really good OB. Like she's very hands on. She ends up going.
Is that what you want? I mean,
yeah, no, then not her.
Aggressive.
It's just a chick. She used to see Dr. Longfingers, and he was the worst. She would go and say she had all this pain, and then he wouldn't do anything about it. So she changed doctors. Yeah. Then she changed doctors to a woman. And the woman looked at her and goes, "No, you have fucking endometriosis all over the place." So she had to have surgery.
Like moss? What do you mean?
Well, I guess it's all over.
All over the place.
All up in that bit.
Yeah, all up in. That's a uterus one, I think, is the endometriosis. That's where That's why I maybe thought uterus.
Well, that's actually when you bleed and it gets outside of the uterus. It doesn't necessarily.
Basically, you're dumb. You know nothing.
I know nothing.
Sometimes,
thank God she's here.
You build up your layers that you shed every month, and sometimes they build on the outside. So
that's it.
And you leak internally instead of
That's what was
out
happening.
The chute.
That's what was happening. She's
You know
very
a lot
painful.
about vag problems.
I own one, so I kind of you have
You
to.
should.
Okay.
I know tons about dicks. What do you want to know about dicks, Larry?
Hey. I don't know about all the
some
dick
shit about
problems.
dicks, too. I actually had to take like a college level sex ed class as part of my women's study minor. So
That makes sense. Yeah, for your sociology.
College level
All
sex ed Friday night.
Hey.
So she starts texting with this doctor or like through the My Chart messaging with her, and the doctor confirms. So just want to get this clear. The cyst is on the left. So the doctor re-examines all of everything and it looks and sees. It turns out there's all this fluid on the right side, and the cyst that she had in March, it turns out burst this morning. So that's why she was bleeding and why she was in a ton of pain, because the old cyst she had burst. And they apparently since then she's
like
already
a paintball bullet.
Like a paintball bullet. Oh wow! Oh wow! Jeez, you're saying it's karma?
It's all coming back.
Wow!
around.
What a dirtbag! No, I'm kidding. That's funny.
Poor B1. That's awful.
Yeah, she was. I mean,
that's all.
I guess she was laying.
You sent
on
me
the
the photo this morning. And
She was
like,
laying on the
so
floor,
sad.
doubled over in pain, Larry, at work on the floor, laying on the floor. How embarrassing would that be, by the way? You're laying at work. She told me that story, and I wanted to be like, just got to tough it out and find a chair to sit in or something. You can't, because I guess she like, then the manager came up and was like leaning over her going, do we need to call an ambulance for you?
Oh, no.
Are you going to be okay on this? And so, no, I'll drive myself. I'd be like, get off the fucking floor. No, sorry.
Do you know employers hate calling an ambulance because that's not actually on your insurance? That goes right to the employer.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how that works. I didn't know that.
That goes right to the employer.
Yeah, they like want you to like find a ride or drive
Yeah.
yourself to the hospital.
Really?
That's what they'll recommend. Yeah, because
Well,
they don't want to pay it.
They did
if
ask
you get
her
sick
that.
at work, take
Maybe-
an ambulance for work
All
because that's
that
on your
HR
employer.
paperwork,
Oh,
too,
good.
you know?
Here you go. Nice. Okay. So well, now she, so she's, he ended up taking her home. There's really nothing they could do about it because it happened. She burst. She just bled it out, and she just takes some Tylenol and tough it out.
She drained it. They didn't do anything. She just drained it. Like,
no, it was in her panties.
Like
driving to work.
at least they went on the floor.
She's just going to work. It just started happening. I mean, imagine that something inside your body just pops, and there's only one place for it to go.
It's like the world's largest zit from hell on your organ.
Yes. Yes.
Zits.
I was thinking like a fruit
Yeah.
gusher. I picture more like a fruit gusher.
Perfect. That is
Makes it
good.
seem tasty and strawberry flavored. It's not.
Yeah, she doesn't really. She didn't tell me what it smelled or tasted like. I didn't ask.
Nope.
She said it was just very gross and messy. So, B1, I hope if you're listening, you're feeling better. I saw you were in the chat there, but I hope you're feeling better. She was in a lot of pain. I felt pretty bad for her, but I did see a news story that it made me think of because, well, I immediately was like, this bitch cheating on me and she's pregnant.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
thought
Because
that-
I'm like,
yeah.
are we there? You know what I mean? Did she take a trip to LA? Did David Spade catch wind of this whole thing and did
She
fly
did go on
out
vacation.
here
She went on that vacation.
or something? Right. Who knows? You know? She's been she put on a couple pounds lately. It's flying. It's driving me crazy. She put on a couple pounds, like her winter thickness that I love goes right to her boobs and her butt. She hasn't
But
really.
it's July.
It didn't go away this summer. And I'm not complaining about it. I love it. She's upset about it. I'm perfectly
But
fine
he's
with
got
it. Trust
the
me.
gears turning. He's thinking.
So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, wait a minute. Why didn't it go away? Normally it would go away? Is there a baby bump that's about to start happening here or
No,
So you're
something?
thinking
Just-
like pregnancy weight, right?
Yes,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Is she pregnant? Now maybe she had a miscarriage or something.
Hey, in the ER,
I took her.
Oh
Well,
my God.
In the
dude.
ER, did they do a pregnancy test?
yeah, well, not while I was there, but I did ask. I did ask
Take
her.
a
I go.
pregnancy test just for like high blood pressure. You'll come in with a broken finger. They'll be like, but we have to make you piss on a stick first.
They did that.
just in case.
Yeah, I think that's actually what they were on the way to doing when I thought she was an old lady. She was on the way to the bathroom, give her pee sample so they could check to see if she's pregnant.
Make you wait the few
Well,
extra
she
hours.
claims
in that
she's not
waiting
pregnant.
room.
And don't do it now, but like when you're chilling later by yourself, think about it. Like, has she mentioned any weird cravings lately? Like maybe like a peanut butter and ham sandwich, or
All right,
some,
See, that's-
some
that's
off
actually
the
a good
wall
point.
shit
That's
like that.
completely
'cause
speculatory.
That's what pregnant women do.
But so with
good
I
point.
lived with one.
endometriosis, your hormones are off the wall.
Did she
like
just
a
give another
pregnancy.
big ass word name again?
She hates.
endometriosis? You said that earlier.
Yeah, that's what she
Gave it
has. That's
again.
what Brittany has. She has
Yeah.
that syndrome with the.
I thought it was a
extra
new one.
layers.
But
Extra
that
layers.
system make your hormones all wackadoodle, so you'll have some cravings. You'll be crampy, bloated, a little agitated. You know.
But it made me.
Whenever my wife has something, I'm just gonna have her call you, Ellie. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
When
I'm
your wife's
definitely not
the-
qualified, but
well, I
I'll
took-
take it.
I felt bad too because I took her to Pound Town last night. So I thought maybe was
You
it
fucked
too
her
much?
up.
Was it too much?
Oh, you popped that shit. You popped that cyst.
She even joked about it afterwards when we got home. She said that
It
joke
was a
herself.
little more wet than usual. He didn't know. He's like, okay, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, she did blame it on something, and I said, okay, cool, thank you for that little ego boost. I appreciate it. Good stuff. That made me feel good about myself. So sorry, I said too bad for you, but it made me feel really great about myself. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. But I do not since you know so much about vaginas and women. I know you never had a baby before, have you? You don't have a kid that you don't know about somewhere.
No.
Well, and I say it like that because there's this lady in England. And I don't really like talking about stuff from another country, but I found this to be completely ridiculous.
Sometimes it can pique the interest.
Well, the headline is what piqued my interest, to be quite honest with you. It said, I saw feet in the toilet and I realized I gave birth to a surprise baby. And I said,
Fuck
"Nah."
that.
What? What are you talking about? So she claims that she got a big surprise last month. Her name's Lucy Jones. She's from Bristol, England. Bristol, best NASCAR track. She's from Bristol, England. She said she got a big surprise last month when she gave birth to her daughter Ruby in a bathroom. The new mom claims she never even knew she was pregnant. 22 years old, believed she had recently gotten her period. She believed she had recently gotten her period. Now, that was the very first thing I thought. I go, when you're pregnant, don't you stop getting your period?
I was about to say, like, after 9 months, she just got her period?
Yeah.
Like, damn, this shit's late.
No. You can, like, you'll have bleeding on and off or spotting. And a lot of people with hormone disorders or on birth control, anybody who's, like cycle isn't already regular, will just kind of spot sometimes. And you don't realize you can spot during a pregnancy. So you think, oh, because I'm just bleeding a teensy weensy, I'm not pregnant. Don't fool yourself. Piss on a stick.
B1 had, well, that's another reason I started getting a little concerned because in March, she had been having like weird bleeding, kind of some spotting, but she's had an IUD in there for years.
Oh, those things are the shit.
But they run out eventually. And I said, I think your IUD is running out.
They're approved. They got extended. They went from 5 to 7. And last my doctor told me they might be even getting FDA approval for 10.
Well, her doctor told her in March, if there's something like this happens again, your IUD probably is no longer working and we're going to have to replace it. So I pounded the hormones the fuck out of her, guys. 7 years, I knocked them out in like 3.5. That's fucking man shit right there, right?
Record time. Dude.
Damn, right? So
that's working double time, right?
So, but also that means if I knocked it out, if some other guy got up in there, that means she's right because I'm snipped. I'm busting with confidence. I'm not going to make a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm busting blanks. It's right.
Smart.
Wet blanks. So, but if somebody else gets in there, they're bringing the real heat.
Yeah,
you know,
cute, but
they'll knock her up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, what if she's knocked up? You know? So this girl said, this Lucy chick in England who found she's 22. She
found a baby in the toilet.
Yeah, she believed she got her period. So she went to the toilet to take, to quote, push out a poo. And then she's British, so she probably says it like that. Quote, I was going to push out a poo.
She definitely says it like that.
Yeah, I was going to push out a poo when I, quote, heard a little crash and looked down and there were 2 feet sticking out of the toilet.
Sticking out of the WC.
They don't say toilet. That's why I don't buy this story. They don't say the loo. I thought they said the loo.
No, I think the whole
Water
room
closet,
is the loo. I don't think the toilet is the loo, right?
Yeah, the water. I don't know. No, I thought it was the other way around. I thought the water closet was the bathroom and the loo was the toilet. I don't know though. I could be wrong. I need some British people to help us out with that. I'm not really sure about
so
it.
fucking annoying. British people are so fucking annoying.
You don't like British people?
No, I can't stand this shit.
Gotta
Dude.
watch
Any
that
of them?
shit.
Have you ever tried watching like a British television TV show? Like it's horrible to get through.
Yeah,
it's fucking horrendous, dude.
Some of them are tolerable. I've caught it. I can't remember. There's one that was kind of okay that I didn't hate. Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Bean.
Oh,
I like
love
Mr.
Mr.
Bean.
Bean.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's great. And if you have not had a chance to watch Man vs. Bee on Netflix,
Yes.
that is some funny ass shit.
I
If you
thought
like
it was. I
Mr.
thought it was a
Bean,
whole movie, but it's a series.
It's a series,
That
but
is
you'll
so
watch.
good.
They're like 10-minute episodes, and you're done with it in an hour and a half. So it's like watching a movie. And if you like Mr. Bean, you have to watch it. It's really really.
Did
fun,
you watch
but-
it all in one night too?
Yep. I watched it all.
I did the same.
But I'm with you, Campy. Otherwise, they're pretty boring. They're pretty
I just
weird.
can't do it, dude.
Not our kind of comedy. Very different. You know, they reference things that, especially when they start referencing Parliament and shit, that really doesn't.
Have you ever seen like, In-Betweeners or like those Dairy Girls on Netflix? I guess that's Irish, but like sometimes you just got to pop the subtitles on it, give it a chance.
I can't.
do it.
My
I
mom
just can't stand the fucking accent. And like, no offense to any. If there's any
so
like
many
Doctor,
different
maybe there's Doctor Who fans in the chat. I don't mean to
Yeah.
offend you
Oh,
guys
no,
because
that
Doctor Who
shit's
fans
boring.
are fucking ruthless.
Yeah,
but like,
that's a thing. Yeah,
I just can't stand the accent. It's just like it adds this level.
No, they got. I like
but
it.
see,
There's
even
got-
the
well,
British
there's a-
have like a kind of trashy Cockney accent. They've got like how we have like hillbilly Southern accent. They've got some good accents over
They
there.
got different ones.
Some are uppity.
Yeah, like the ones from the Brad Pitt one. What are those guys called? The
Over in Liverpool,
Lock,
they've got
Stock,
a good
and Two.
accent.
Whatever the not
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's
What
not
are those-
Brad Pitt's
Wales
not in
has
that.
a good
the
accent.
other one that he's in with where he's dags. The one he's talking about dags. Yeah, dag. That's fucking great. That's hilarious. I love that shit.
Is it
Whatever
a
that.
British movie with Brad Pitt?
It's,
Is that what you just said?
Yes, he's imitating a British person, and there's a certain accent that British people have in this certain area. I think it's Cockney. I think is what it
Yeah.
is. I'm not sure,
That's
but
what I mean. Even just the
Cockney
lingo.
accent.
like the words.
when they talk like that, it's I love it.
Cockney. And
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
chutney. And
Cock
I
and
just-
both.
Yeah, there's different versions. There's like the proper one, and that's what's funny because I hate can't stand the British royal family. I think all that's so
No,
fucking dumb.
it's
Princess
so
Diana,
tacky.
it's so stupid. Who cares?
Why do you think what's his name fucking left the fam?
But
dude?
then I watched that Netflix family show, the Netflix show about the crown. Fucking great. What a great show.
Yeah. You
can
Man,
watch
it's so
that?
good. Oh, I loved it. I
I
loved
sleep.
it. I loved it.
I
Oh
can't.
man, it's so good. If you like history, fantastic.
I can do British comedy, but shit like that, like
See-
Bridgerton, The Crown, I'm asleep. I can't.
I'm weird because I can't do any British shit, even though I can totally understand what they're saying. But like, I could do like a whole entire season of Narcos where you can't understand one word and you need subtitles for the whole entire
Couldn't
thing.
do Narcos. I tried it. I couldn't do it.
The first season was good. Second season is okay.
Couldn't do it. Larry and I had a little disagreement about a show the other day. Terminal
Which show?
Terminal List. The Amazon show with Chris Pratt. I liked
Pratt is
I liked
so
it. You can't like
cringe.
him. He's Republican, and you're so
cringe.
left. You can't like Chris Pratt at this point.
God.
He loves God. And,
Borderline broke up with Anna Faris because she wasn't fertile enough. I mean, he can say whatever he wants, but that was his deep down thoughts.
hey
on it,
man, if
so.
that's what your goal is, hey, you like what you like, and you
born-again
want what you want.
crazy
You know.
birther craziness.
Brian is trying to correct me in the chat. He said those are Irish, not Cockneys. Not. I thought those are.
There's separate accents.
I
Those are
think
different things.
Yeah, I think that all right, I'm just gonna Google it. All right, Brad Pitt.
Cockney
Here we go.
accent is more like Liverpool. Wales has its own accent. Irish has its own accent.
Yeah, like the Beatles don't sound like the royal
They're
family.
from Liverpool, right? Yeah.
Why did
they're
that
Cockney.
autocomplete? Did one of you guys
The
pull that
Beatles
out?
are Cockney accent.
Snatch. That's the movie he's
Oh,
from.
that's the movie,
Snatch.
yeah.
Snatch.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I do know that movie. I love that movie.
Oh, it is an Irish accent. Brian,
Really?
stand corrected.
Ooh.
Okay, he was
Brian's got
right.
the facts.
Okay,
Next time, call in with that.
He was
Brian.
an Irish traveling boxer. That's right.
We
Damn,
paid
Pikey.
for the
The
phones.
Pikeys. That's what it was. Pikeys. But that was different than the accent from. Oh, see now. Okay,
We're down
mixing
this
it up.
hole. We're down this hole.
We're mixing it up.
You
between
with us,
the
Allie? You with us?
Pikeys, the Pikeneys and the Cockneys.
Oh, boy.
But no,
You're dragging me in the hole, but
you didn't like Terminal. What didn't you like about Terminalist? Chris
Terminal
Pratt.
List. That shit's boring. It's so slow. It's like I get them.
It was slow. I'll give
It's
you
like
that.
he's got PSTD, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I love
And
PSTD is terrible. It's tragic. PSTD.
I know, but the way they're trying to portray it is like he does, but he doesn't. He's good, but he's not, and it's just so. It was so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I got only like 3 episodes. Maybe it started the 4th.
you had. Oh, that's
I'm
right.
not. I'm not going
Bro,
back.
that's right when it picks up. Oh,
I'm not. Just stuff. See,
there
fuck
is
shows
some-
like that.
there-
That's where it picks up.
It
You should
gets-
have grabbed me at episode 1.
it's
Right?
intense.
Everything's
it
an
starts
excuse.
it starts getting gory. It gets intense. He does some. He started doing something to one of these guys. B1 started turning her face and covering her eyes, saying, "Oh, I can't. I can't watch this. This is disgusting."
I don't
And
need
I'm
more
sitting
gore.
there obsessed with like I will watch a torture movie like with a
But
big
I
hard
don't need
dick,
gore. I
and
need them to stop telling the story so slow and then
Thank
making these
you.
still ass frames
but
that
it
last
was-
for 2 minutes on somebody's fucking
Oh,
face.
bring
Larry,
the gore
this is
episode
the-
1, maybe 2.
Oh, but the shot of a guy on a hook.
How many
getting
times
his
per
guts
episode
ripped
does something
out.
like that happen?
Who it was all episodes can't be Usher Yeah the whole time. You're the person at a wedding who wants the whole night
Why
to
is-
be Usher Yeah. I play Usher Yeah, and
Why
then you
not?
come up and it finishes and you're like, you play Usher Yeah? You're that guy. Oh my God. You can't the whole show, you gotta set up a little bit of something. Holy cow.
No, but why does every good idea have to turn into a 10-episode show with 5 seasons? Like,
Well,
just
these are
let
Yeah,
based-
God
if
this
that was a
one's based
movie,
on-
that should have been a movie.
It's a book.
Thank
it's based
you.
on a
Yeah,
I know,
series
but
of books.
it should have been a movie, not a
And
TV
he's got a
show.
list. You
Sorry,
do
King.
do
I
heads.
love it.
He's got to go down a list. Each episode gets a different person. He's cutting off the list. Come on. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Mikey, a resident Rochester cannaspondent. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Wonderful. How are you, sir? Have you come back from your trip?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I'm
sound-
back from the trip.
You sound like you're back. The other day you didn't sound like it. Today you sound like you're back.
Oh, it's been a hell of a mental health week for me, but that's for another time. I'm just enjoying the
Pedialyte.
show. The chat and everything else is definitely helping out.
Good.
But the reason I was calling, Larry just said something that really irks me.
Mm.
He said a TV show has to grab him in the first episode.
That's what I said. I felt the
really?
same way.
that used
What?
to be the concept.
You got to be kidding me! Like a show like The Wire that doesn't really grab you till like episode 5 or 6. It's one of
Mikey.
best
The
shows
Wire
ever.
grabs you in the first episode. There's
They
no
make-
doubt.
What?
I'm
They
gonna
make
be the
pilots for a
now I'm gonna
reason.
be the contrarian here and say and pull a Larry and say The Wire couldn't get me past the first episode.
Same. I
couldn't do it. And I know it's one of the greatest. It's about drugs. I should love it. Everybody says dumb. It'll be one of the best shows you ever saw.
I'm
You'll
universally hated. I've never finished
It will
Breaking
be.
Bad. It couldn't keep me.
Oh, that's.
God, I hated the wife. I wanted to punch her in the face.
Thank you. She ruined seasons 3, 4, 5.
My God, it wasn't
Couldn't
even
finish
like,
it.
It wasn't like it was just her as a person. Like as an actress, like something about her face. I just wanted to punch it.
And Herman just wants to point out that Larry said PSTED, so post-traumatic stress, like erectile dysfunction.
Post-stress traumatic erectile dysfunction.
That's what PTSD turns into after 40.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. There you go.
New disease just dropped. Check it out.
Mikey, so what's going on?
I just wanted to call it.
Well, what's your mental health issue? What's going on?
He does too much
it's
drugs.
Just some personal stuff. No. What? No. Shit, drugs are my problem. I'd be able to fix that real quick. That's something I know how to figure out. But no, man, I just go through some mental health stuff. You know, I ain't drinking. I'm on meds and stuff. So it's a up and down battle.
Is the too much psilocybin to blame, perhaps?
Psilocybins?
No, God no.
No, well, because if you're doing it,
there's no depression or anything that comes after a crash or that or anything. And I'm still doing my microdosing every day. It's something with a relationship.
No.
Oh, mental health, relationship stuff. That'll do it. These hoes will get you. These hoes be getting you down, bro.
Dude, I don't know how it is, but me and your life have mirrored each other in the relationship sense, but not the marriage stuff. But the last 10 years, the ups and downs and shit, dude, it's just fucking wild.
That is not a good thing. I'm not happy to hear that, man. I don't want you to go through it, Mikey. I like you. You're my dude. So that sucks, dude.
Oh, dude. I am in a good place. Like all the progress that I've made, that shit ain't going away. Every other time a relationship has gone all right in my life, the girl has left with my sobriety and my sanity. I have that shit this time. It ain't ever going nowhere again.
Awesome, Mikey. Great to hear. And you've got us. So.
Yo, absolutely. If it wasn't for the chat, I swear to God, like you start a cry counter for me. Like I look forward to this 2 hours in the chat every fucking day.
Well, why don't you call tomorrow, or we'll VMix? Maybe you can tell us what your relationship issues are.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know if I want to put my
therapist, but I can give you some
stuff in the
advice.
streets yet.
Oh, what a puss! All right, take the ADS off your name for a little bit. I'm just kidding. No, I'll talk to you, buddy. Feel better. I love you, bro.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's VMix it up.
All right. See
Bye,
ya.
Mikey.
All right. I have time for one more phone call. And Campy, again, I'm sorry that we didn't get you in here sooner. We'll have to, I think maybe next week we'll get you in a couple days or something. We'll see what's going on.
No worries, dude.
Larry's going to be going out of town. I don't know when are you leaving? 28th or something like that?
Next Thursday.
Is that what day is that? 28th?
I don't know dates. I think it's the 28th.
That's a week from today.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Oh, so that's this Thursday.
Good old Ecuador. Yeah, I said next Thursday. Next Thursday. That's the same. That's the same.
Does it
thing.
count as this Thursday now because today is Thursday?
I'm not starting this, bro. It's next Thursday.
They came up with
All
a
right.
word for this.
So the next Thursday that comes upon us, that happens upon us, I will be leaving.
The 28th, you're leaving when you get back. You're going for a minute, aren't you?
I get back the 8th.
The 8th. So wow, that's a nice long trip. That's a hefty trip. Are you guys staying with her family?
For the first half, yes, and then we're going to the city to stay. We're gonna stay at a hotel there, and then we're gonna come back and stay with the family.
What's the big city? Is there like a destination city?
Cuenca. I'm trying to stay in Quito probably overnight, but I don't know if we're gonna actually take the flight at night.
I'm assuming Ecuador is right along the equator.
Yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm smart. I like to, they call me dumb, but every once in a while I say some smart shit. So it's going to be like a bazillion degrees.
No,
it's not.
This is actually like their winter.
Oh,
so it will be probably like 60s,
on
maybe
the equator?
70s.
Well, because the equator doesn't really have a winter. It's pretty balanced year round. So the lowest it goes is right now.
And kind of like where we're at is not directly on the equator part of Ecuador. It's kind of south of that too.
And the planet's on an axis, yada, yada.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You guys are teaching me some stuff.
But it's still winter in that hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
So where we're going to be at is going to be a little chillier than normal. Sure. So yeah, that's probably as cold as it does get in Ecuador. Well, it's been 50 before.
Okay. Well, Matt,
breaking.
Jesus, I just did it again.
Yeah.
Campy will be here. I'm saying that because it's funny. I think it's in my head because I talked to him like 4 days ago, because he was doing shots with Bruno Mars at a club downtown Cleveland.
Down in Cleveland. Yeah, I seen it on his Instagram. Bruno Mars jumped behind the bar and he was serving out shots to people.
Yeah, and if you don't know who Attitude is, he did phone screening on the old show that I was on, and so I bring him up only because Matt Titude and Matt Campy are both named Matt.
You have no idea how many people have gotten us confused. Like,
that's the problem. I don't
time.
get you two confused. I get your fucking stupid. I know, like, I would never in a million years ever confuse the two of you because you're very different people.
Yeah.
So he's like a club DJ. You're like a dad. Two very different type people.
I'm also a DJ.
Oh, you're a DJ?
I just DJ'd a wedding last weekend.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Good for you. How'd it go?
I'm coming for your ass, buddy.
Hey, buddy,
Everyone's a
good
DJ in
luck.
Cleveland.
Good luck. Hey, I tell you what, if anybody could get as good as me, good luck. God bless you.
We
need more good DJs. I think the only reason people think I'm so good is because there's so many fucking bad ones out there.
The wedding went really well. And what's funny is you made a reference to Usher, earlier. And dude, like, I'm not even gonna lie. As soon as I played that song, every white person in the building was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes,
every white girl went nuts, dude.
Yep.
And they all came rushing to the floor. It's just the ultimate.
Could almost just
banger.
put it on a loop. I mean, they really the white girls just stay out there all night.
Maybe Wobble,
Wobble would.
Oh,
that is the other
that's
white girl
some
anthem now. Yep.
sorority
You got to have just the playlist. Just make the right party playlist.
It's
all
just
those
shots,
kind of songs
Wobble.
back to back.
I got that
And
party.
yeah.
I do that. I got that. Trust me. Don't worry. I got that. Trust me. You're never going to make everyone happy. It's just the way it is.
It's impossible. No matter what type of DJ you are,
no
it's
matter
literally
what.
impossible.
In this job, in any job, you will never make everyone happy at all. But no, yeah,
One
Mattitude
electric
was
slide, and you've covered the nanas.
Ice cream shop. You don't think you make everyone happy?
Ice cream shop's not really in my group,
Candy
my
shop,
demos
maybe,
wheelhouse. Be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't even know what is ice cream shop. I don't even know what that is.
Oh no, I'm saying you'll never make anybody happy. Any job, you'll never make anybody happy. I was thinking
thought you were talking
ice
about
cream
a
shop. I do know the song. Yeah, no, that's
I thought he was the new rap.
that's Candy Shop. That's Candy Shop by 50 Cent.
Candy shop,
But there's a
maybe.
song where they talk in it about an ice.
No, I think that's Candy Shop.
No, I know.
I'll take you to the
Candy
Candy
Shop.
Shop.
No, I know that song. I know that song.
Ice
But isn't
cream
there
shop.
No, Christina Aguilera also.
isn't
has
there a
Candy
line
Man.
dance that brings up an ice cream shop too? Though
I don't know
You
one
would
like
know.
that.
I think there is.
You would know more
I'm
than
pretty
anyone
sure
here.
there is.
Or
I believe there is.
Campy might.
Anyway, so Diz wants a dumb versus campy dance off. What is it? Well, no, I'm not trying to dance here. I don't need to dance on the table. I make old ladies dance on the table. What are you talking about?
Would that be a dance off or a DJ off? Like, why would you ask DJs to do a dance off?
That's why I said that. I think he meant DJ off, but no, I'm not a mix and scratch DJ, so it'd just be literally be hearing people just change songs. It's not, I can beat match and make the song go in and out of each other.
Like,
but I'm not,
advanced that
I'm not
track.
sitting there fucking. I'm
Fade
not
out,
doing all.
fade in.
Yeah,
You're a fade out, fade in DJ.
a little bit, yeah, and then I'll beat match a little bit, but only when I need to. But
I used to DJ like that when I was 10.
When I
on
first
little
started,
radio.
I thought people wanted all the club mixes at weddings. So I had all the club mixes with the extended shits on the end of it,
Only
so you
at
can
the
go in and
good
out of them. Blah blah blah. No, they don't. They don't want any of that crap. Usually, they want fucking. They want the guests want to fucking party.
Old nostalgic shit.
They want a party, but hey. You tell me what you want to play. I'll fucking play whatever you want and make
And
it sound great.
a lot of people want songs that they already know. Like they don't want to hear. You don't want to hear some new shit at a wedding. You
Deep
want to hear
cuts.
something that you have heard 100 times in your life. And
That's
you
what
fucking
you're.
love it.
That's what. I'm not going to give away all my
You know?
secrets.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
that's
gonna give away
fine.
all my
hey, when the dance off comes.
Yeah, right. There is somebody who's been waiting patiently on hold, and I'm glad he's here because I'd like to wrap up with him. And I think, Larry, we have Scrooge McDickhead on the line with us. Scrooge
Whoa.
McDickhead, how are you, my friend?
Doing good. What's wrong with accents, you fucking cunts?
That not me. That was Larry that had a problem with
No,
accents.
I didn't say anything. No.
We're throwing hands.
Can you say that again?
You fucking cunts. I love it.
Throwing hands.
I love a good accent. Yeah, thank you, machine gun cunt. Thank you. That was
Machine
me
gun
on the.
cunty?
That was me. That was me on a street one day when a lady was. She was trying to save a spot, and I was trying to take the spot. and-
Mary from St. Louis.
yeah. Oh, I did let her hard. I think I did give her a pretty hard C wording
Wait, that
too.
sound was
I'm not
you
proud
saying
of it.
cunt?
No, that's pretty much what I sounded like when I said I sounded like I machine gun cunted this woman when I was yelling at her. And I just,
Machine Punt Kelly. Is
yeah,
his new
that's
name.
not. Scrooge McDickhead has submitted an application to be a cannaspondent, and I will tell
Yes, I
you,
have.
as far as applications go, this might be one of the most extensive applications I've seen thus far. My oh me oh my!
You got the images? Or
I can get the images, sure.
oh yeah, I thought you had the images
like
in the
we're
board.
probably
I can-
Yeah, you're
inundated
definitely
with-
going to
I got
want
the
to see the images.
Holy moly, Scrooge McDickhead is where did I put him at? All right, Scrooge. And Brian, oh, by the way, Brian emailed to be the Canton cannaspondent. Nothing in his application. Just
Can't
said
do
I
that.
want to be the Canton, Ohio cannaspondent. You got to submit your proof that you're qualified to be a cannaspondent. Like this fucking guy.
We need slideshows.
Starts off, he would like to be
Seven.
the Canandaigua, New York cannaspondent.
Can you say that city again? Canandaigua?
Canandaigua.
Oh, I just
Canandaigua.
I just
And
copied and
I
pasted.
only know that because I've been to Rochester a bunch and I've seen the sign for Canandaigua. And I also went to go see Luke Bryan in Canandaigua with B1.
I like the purple on those.
A lot of good colors on that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're just listening to the podcast, I just put up a picture of some nice
nuts.
buds in a
Some
grinder,
nuts.
some nice
Nice.
purple buds. Got a nice pot leaf here. Oh, look at that dark leaf.
Oh.
Now, does this darkness mean that this bud got cold, or is that the temperature?
What
Or
do you
is
mean? Well, which are
It's
you talking about? Like the actual purple
it's
one?
it's a
It's
tip.
purple.
It's a tip of a grown plant. It's a nice green
Mm-hmm.
one, and it's like a fresh plant that hasn't been trimmed, and it's bright. It's like bright green leaves, and then as you get to the top by the cola, it's all purple and black almost.
No, that's the strain. So it like as it grows, I think it's called G14. So like as it grows, like that bud will be purple.
That's
So
cool.
you'll be.
Ooh.
I'm smoking purple weed.
That's sweet, dude. Right now. Okay, so I had heard at one point that not to think anything about purple weed because it just means that when it was grown.
I mean, it's not, I guess it's more. It's not like I guess it's more of a novelty thing. Not that it's not good because
Exactly.
it's fucking.
Well, no,
fucking amazing. But I think
people-
hey, I've got purple weed.
Well, people were saying to me that I learned that it meant that your bud got cold as it was growing is what
Oh.
somebody so is that a myth?
Well, that's different. So that kind of purple is different from mold. Now, mold, that's what you're talking about. Because like if you have them out in the ground and then overnight, if the temperatures dip, but like there's condensation on the buds, or let's say it rained the night before or something, but then it goes down to such a cold temperature that mold starts to grow, and then once the sun comes back up, it's just gonna really. So that's why you got to be on top of it. Taking all the dead leaves off and shit, and you got to get your outside plants grown.
Wasn't
Now,
there also like
sorry,
red
I zoned
purple?
out because
Is this yours?
zoned
Oh.
out because I just pulled up one with a reason why I said this was his most major friggin' the best application thus far because
Wow.
I have a picture of when I say a field of weed, I mean a fucking field of weed. I mean this is seriously
I'm
it's
dazed
gotta
out
be-
over here.
We're talking about hundreds of plants.
Oof.
I mean it's
Well, it's
insane.
not like, actually, yeah, it's actually just like in that little square right there. But I think,
What do you got? Quarter
Yeah.
acre?
I see.
Half
It's in between
acre
these
weed?
4 posts. See this green posts in there? It's
Okay.
in that
like
square.
in there is where,
Oh, that's smart.
That's where we have the
Oh,
plants.
you smart ass.
Yeah.
You smart Scrooge
Mhm, yeah,
McDickhead.
we keep out all the most of like the little critters, and then fucking
Very
deer
cool.
started to get in them one year, so that's why we had to put up the fence around it.
Oh,
So-
wow. Here's another nice picture. I want to check this guy out. There we go. Wow. Look at that. Look at that in the sun with all those hairs all over. Look at the fat. How wide is that
Some
thing? That looks like it's
backlit
like you need 2 hands to wrap your hand around that thing.
He just
I mean, it was probably, I think that bud, the one that you're looking at, that was the size of my hand.
Yeah, that is massive. Good for you, Scrooge. Wow, congratulations, man. You're going to be living like Scrooge McDuck pretty soon. If you start, are you going to slang that, or is that all
Yeah,
personal?
I think that was all personal. I think out of that year's harvest, we ended up getting like 6 pounds, somewhere around there.
Wow, congratulations. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's a ringing application. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So, you picked that picture out of all the pictures. That's the one you. I'm just kidding. I'm
I
busting
didn't
your
get the
chops.
field one at first.
No,
I didn't realize it was.
Scrooge McDickhead has been officially added to the cannaspondent map. If you would like to join our cannaspondent map and be one of our cannaspondents based on the city you live in, just send me an email, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com, and include your proof. You don't have to have a whole field like Scrooge McDickhead.
No.
I think some of the other
I
correspondents.
like my weed.
Yeah, and I could tell. Well, good for you, man. I'm very happy to have another stoner here, and it's a very good cannaspondent addition. Thank you, Scrooge McDickhead. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day.
Later, brother. Wow. So the map's filling up quick. How many? We got quite a few cannaspondents on there. Very excited. Wow, we're heavy in the Northeast.
Yeah, we don't have anything outside of North America. I want something outside of North America.
You're gonna find one when you go to Ecuador.
That's right.
No. See, the plan is once I get down there, I might just apply myself.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
You just said you had to have a house and smoke in the house, right?
I think that's fine with me.
Okay.
I think that counts. I'll give that to you. You can be the Ecuador cannaspondent until somebody from Ecuador, takes over.
Hey,
'Cause
they could try.
That's fun. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap things up for us here on Another Dumb Show. I do want to make sure that everybody is checking into our website, anotherdumbshow.com. We have all kinds of new stuff that's going to be added there over the next couple days. We will have an announcement to make tomorrow regarding some merch.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
I would like to make everybody please check in tomorrow, or make you aware of it, so that you please be sure to check in tomorrow, because I would like you guys to hear it. If you guys do not subscribe, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're just listening on the podcast, if you get a sec, if you're on the shitter, just click over to YouTube for a sec. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for us too. Another Dumb Show. It's very easy. And then give us a thumbs up if you like today's video. Hit that little bell. That way, when we go live. I did mention we do have some other things in the works. That way, because, other than our normal time here from 5 to 7, that you might want to have the notifications enabled for. That way, when things are happening. So do that. Hit that notification, subscribe. If you want to send me your tweets, we like to show and read those here on the show at Another Dumb Show on Twitter. At Another Dumb Show, if you want to slide in my DMs on Instagram. I think we got at ADS Larry B over there. If you want to slide in his DMs, I know he's looking for some help with the roast. We are next week. I think we're going to be doing a little roast of Old Dumb here, or Larry is, because Sharon put a huge superfan donation in there. And speaking of superfan donations, RMGJLR. That's a comment I'll read. You want to donate for that comment? Sure. Okay. RMGJLR said, never forget Diana gave me crabs and told everyone it was bed bugs. Okie dokie. That's fine. I'll read that. Burn. Good one. So I think that's it. Did I miss any other super fans in there? I don't think I did.
Nope.
But if I did miss you, I think Blue Wolverine did get one in there. And if I missed you today, I do apologize. I try to get everybody as they do the super chats, but I do get a little bogged down in the details here. So again, make sure you check in tomorrow. The roast thing. If you have any old dumb stories that you remember, Larry might need some old dumb stories to use as some source material to roast me. So
just give me the story. You don't have to write the joke. Just give me the story.
Let him. Take all the help you can get. Don't be too proud to take some help.
I'm just gonna are they submitted these? I can just tell the joke as they're written in. If they're submitting me jokes, I'm supposed to just tell the joke.
No.
Ask them that. Am I supposed to read this, or
okay?
Do you want me to read it as is?
I'll communicate with them. I'll communicate with them.
Hey, you handle it how the hell you want. If you're worried about people you getting accused of being Carlos Mencia or whatever and stealing material or that kind of stuff,
that's a deep reference.
Well, I mean I don't know. He's like the most famous person accused of being
15-year-old reference.
Well, but as far as people stealing material, I'd say he's the most famous, right? People.
Okay,
I'll give you that. He's the Pete Rose of
I'm not
comedy.
saying he's done it, but he was accused of it famously by another very, very rich person now accused him of doing that. So famously, it made that guy a lot of money just by accusing him of doing that. So boy, did he make a lot of money after that, huh?
See, I don't want people accusing me.
Okay, well.
Oh no, I get the money then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't get the money.
Yeah, no, they'd get the money. You're not yours. You'd be just Carlos. In Ecuador, not Honduras or wherever the fuck that guy. Whatever happened to that guy? Is that guy alive anymore? Whatever happened to that dude? He just disappeared off the face of the earth.
I'll do some research. I have a report for you.
I don't need that. I'm still waiting for somebody to give me some research about what that doomsday was with that cult church. Nobody ever told me. I know that there's
I think we still need a field. Somebody needs to go investigate.
Larry
church or
has
something.
to go join the congregation. I think.
Oh, that's right. I am the closest. Shit.
Yeah, general consensus there.
Well, we'll try to find out more about that church because I am interested to see what's going on with it. Campy, you'll be back next week, couple days if possible.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, cool.
We'll set it
Campy's
up.
going to be here.
Fucking send it.
Sweet. We'll do that. And then depends on, I don't know what's going on with Larry and his sitch and everything. Maybe Dan, you can sit in Dan's seat. Dan can run the thing a little bit and try to see, run a week or something.
We can try that tomorrow, actually.
Something
Many
like that.
shadows.
I think so.
I think a nice, good, solid week of doing it would make your old pal Dumb here feel a little bit more comfortable. How's that sound?
It's easy.
I know, but you
Yeah.
screwed up all the time. I'm just joking. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching another Dumb Show today and for listening on the podcast. Again, if you don't already subscribe, please take a second to do that. It's very important to us, and that will drive our success here. So if you like the show, support it so we can keep this thing rolling along. We are out of here. We'll be back live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. See ya.